Dragons Dungeons of the Mad Mage. I am your lovely host and DM, Thomas. I will be playing, well, the storyteller, classically. We are being met with our lovely players tonight. We're going to go around and introduce everybody. I will let everybody know that due to complications, two of our players, Upton and Olan, will not be attending tonight. But we do have a new player who started with us in the beginning, but now has come back and has rejoined now that complications have finally freed up his time. So we're going to start with Suchi, then go to Lesra, and then go Misty, and then Giacomo. So Suchi, if you would, David, take it away. Introduce yourself.
Hello there. I'm David. I am the character known as Tsuchikaga, Kaga. I started off in the Waterdeep heist, and long story short, work, had to leave. Do you want me to describe my character, or?
No, we'll leave that. We will totally leave that up for when we get into game. So for me, you and me, we never really got to discuss on where your character is. So I'm going to put you in when I see fit. I've got an idea. Yeah, I've got an idea. So it should be fun. Hope that's okay.
Perfectly fine with me. Haven't changed a bit. That much.
Okay. So do you have anything else to say? We're happy to have you back, man.
I'll be honest, I'm just happy to be back. I mean, I'm actually seeing people who aren't trying to take money from me. Yeah.
You work at like the movie theaters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, gotta tell everybody what the most popular movie is. Like, probably which one's the best one to go see right now. What would you say?
Right now, I'd have to say Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, shoot, guys. Do we introduce the next person, Lesra? Or is Jason? Give me a second. Or is Jason
okay,
super?
I'm back.
Hey, man.
It's just I was muted, so I couldn't unmute myself.
Oh, it's okay. I got you.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Jason. I'm playing Leslie again from the Ender Dragon heist, continuing on. Not really much else to say because you said not to talk about our characters, right?
You're more than welcome to. It's Suchi that
okay.
his situation. All of y'all know about each other. Y'all been around each other and dealing with each other. It's Suchi who's been absent for almost 6 months to a year.
Okay. So in between Dragon Heist and Mad Mage, Leslie has opened up a free clinic in the basement of Troll Skull Manor, and she is offering her healing services to the common people for free. She's also studying herbalism to maybe someday make healing potions, and she has rededicated kind of a purpose. So instead of a life cleric, she is a peace cleric, and instead of waffle good, it's neutral good. But basically, the same character, just playing it a little bit differently.
Okay. So it'll be definitely interesting to see what kind of changes like you kind of like make to your character and possible personality quirks might change or something. You know what I'm saying? Like different changes.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, Misty, Wes, what about yourself, man?
Yep. Wes playing Misty. Same chaotic rogue that's been running around forever. I mean, I guess during, I don't know if we're talking about downtime stuff or not, but I've just been running around and doing jobs and making money. That's it.
And Giacomo, Ryan, why don't you tell us about Giacomo and tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, it's been great, you see. I've got all the fame and splendor I ever hoped for. Getting that treasure was the best damn thing that ever happened to Giacomo. And, well, I'd even dare say, probably the best thing to happen to this stinking town of Waterdeep. Business is on the up and up. Troll Skull's on the mend. We don't have a rat problem anymore, folks. Calm down. But what we do offer in spades is adventure. Tales to regale you of course, yours truly and my friends, and how we recovered the treasure. We bring the thunder at the Troll Skull Manor with a ghostly bartender named Lith, who's sure to bring you the fizziest of bubbling beers, along with a warm plate of food. Come, tag along for another of Giacomo's wonderful tales. It's been great. Name, fame, fortune. I have more birthday parties to perform at than I could even deal with. Whew, I keep such a busy schedule, you know, performing and entertaining the rich people, and I always do the children's birthday parties for free. Yes, that's right. I've made quite a name for myself in this town. And that little snot-nosed Floon Blagomar, well, he's kind of like my friend and a little bit like a sidekick, I guess. You know, hanging out with Rainier, I can kind of tell why he likes the silly fool, even though he talks a little bit like this with his nasally voice, and it annoys the crap out of Giacomo. But it's been great. Yeah, you know, lots of new friends, a name to go with it, lots of money. I won't tell you how much, of course, and the prospects of grand adventure. But one thing my friends don't know, except for Kitty Cat, of course, is that I'm going deeper and deeper and deeper into the organization of the Brigand Earth. That's right. This half-drow, Matava man, Giacomo Clopan, will finally be respected and recognized for the dark elf he is. I met the boss. I was smart enough to figure out his real identity, the legendary thief, rogue, renegade extraordinaire, Jarlaxle Bainray. And well, with everything that happened in the Vault of Dragons, and all of the people we ran into, good and bad along the way, I'm hoping the help of the drow and my boss Jarlaxle will get me through. That's it.
That was really good, dude. That was really good. So we will go ahead and pick up at the beginning. We find ourselves in the party, resting and relaxing, drinking a cold or warm cup of ale, sitting in the yawning portal. Dozens of faces litter the entire establishment, ordering frothing ales of and massive mugs just foaming from the top. Charred pieces of beef, chicken, pork. Smell of bacon fumigates the air. People laughing and cheering. Some people gambling. And standing behind this massive 50-foot long bar stool. Not bar stool. Bar is none other than Durnan. Durnan casually filling up a few glasses for a few patrons, smiling, chuckling, changing coin for ale as he goes, filling up drinks left and right, rolling cases and kegs back and forth, making sure that to keep everything fresh and make sure that the best of the brew is kept at the top. You see very familiar faces, some not so familiar. There we find the party, sitting and relaxing at a very familiar table. This large wooden table seems to be the gathering hub for most adventurers and larger parties. This massive 10-foot long table with 3 chairs on either sides and 1 chair at the head of each table. The party typically holds themselves here, kind of being in the area where most people tend to perform and play, kind of giving Giacomo his set stage for his entire audience. The last time the party, the group of adventurers you all kind of collected and met at somewhat similar junction as this is when you did a job almost 2 to 3 months back. That's when it finished, but it felt like it started almost 4 or 5 months ago. This distant memory. You've become somewhat of as a has-been. Everyone from what seemed like weeks was talking about you. You were the talk of the town. Everyone knew who you were. You were famous. Even if you didn't want to be. In your respected communities, you were famous. Considered to be a patron and a saint to those that walk with you or walk near you. That time has passed, and other adventurers have come and gone, testing their will and testing their might and their fame and glory, yet to only be cast aside by the next adventuring party with a larger, more magnificent tale entering into the yawning portal. You continue to hear stories, epic tales woven and spun from people's lips of these massive catacombs that lie beneath your feet. People saying, "Oh, a real person with great might would go and travel down into the yawning portal. Any true adventurer with any gust or might. Aye, you'd find a great fortune down there." Another person might say, "Oh, yes. I was able to go down into the yawning portal with a handful of friends and, well, let's just say I made it back with a heavy coin purse, but I did lose my finger." One person would say, I was in the darkness. The shadows, they crept up. It was like they were wrapping around me. No amount of light, nothing worked. It was like perpetual eternal darkness down there. I will never go down there, and I pray for any soul that might venture down into the darkness. It's cursed down there. It's dark and wicked. There's many tales that you hear, and many adventurers have tested their mettle and their might. Some have come back, and some have not. You find yourself sitting at your table, looking at each other. What would you say to each other? It's been a while that you've all kind of collected in one area. In about 2 weeks, maybe 3, or some even longer. Suchi, you are not there. Give me a second. But y'all go ahead and roleplay for a couple of seconds, please.
Well, what is it? What's the latest and the greatest skinny on the streets, Misty? I know you're still going out for your midnight prowls. Please, tell me there's some good, juicy drama happening.
Yeah, I mean, I try to be not seen as much as possible.
Oh, no, I know. You're an expert at sneaking around. I'm sure nobody's picked up on your presence anywhere near. Got any good gossip on those namby-pamby lords?
Not really. I've been lately been doing a lot more work.
Care to share what you're working on?
Not allowed.
Oh,
Not allowed to say.
that kind of work.
Yeah. And then just...
Well, you don't have to necessarily answer me verbally, but if I ask you a question, perhaps maybe in some way you'll gesture to tell me whether I'm right or wrong. Is this the kind of work that one would call...
And I get really close to you, like next to your ear in an awkward way, and like put my hand up like I'm gonna cup it around your ear, and I say,
Is it what they would call wet work?
Well, I mean, we know that's completely illegal here, so...
Yes, I know. It was the funniest joke. I heard it the other day.
and I say that as some people walk by the table.
And I've actually been doing a little house shopping for myself.
But you don't like staying at the Troll Skull Manor anymore?
I haven't stayed there in weeks.
Oh. Well, I guess it goes to show you how out of touch I've been with things. Shame on Giacomo.
And other than that, yeah, just trying to stay busy, and I've got that. Just really just need money, even though we had the whole treasure and all that stuff. It's never enough.
Oh no, I imagine. And what makes it worse is, well, once you're rich, everybody comes sniffing around for a bit of coin.
And I look around suspiciously to see if Floon Blagamar is anywhere in the bar. Like,
have you seen...
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, fudge. I'm going to bust out the new dice. Hold on one sec. I'm rolling some turquoise dice, courtesy of Lesra. All right, it's 15 on die plus. I think my perception's a 6. I'll double check it, though. Give me a second. Perception is a +7, so 15 + 7.
So yeah, you look around, and Floon is off in the distance with what appears to be 2 women, as he's like leaning across the table, and like one leg is up on like the bench, and he's like motioning like he's drawing a sword, and they're just giggling. And he kind of like slams back down and sits on the table, and he's laughing and leans over and he's drinking out of his mug and kind of brushes one of the girls' hair back and then sits back down, and they all start laughing and giggling again. You just see him sitting there with what appears to be like this like blue shirt with like gold trim and like red hair, and like he's got like brown pants on with these deep brown boots and like this like leather belt with like this golden buckle.
I'll take notice of it, and I want to be keenly aware of where he's at moving around, so I can make a quick exit if he comes near.
He's at his table, his back corner, the Cool Kids Club, in the first floor.
All right.
All the way over.
So what you're saying is we're safe for now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Leslie just kind of chuckles at.
But y'all's table is here on the inside, not
comment.
on the inside there.
You said you start laughing at Giacomo?
Yeah, having been living in Trollskull this last couple months, I kind of learned to appreciate your antics.
Well, I'm glad to know that I have a appreciative audience in you, Lesra. You are rather, excuse me for saying this, but kind of a tough broad to impress.
Oh, I've always had to make it on my own, so I am.
Can I just say, I don't understand why a guy like Giacomo got stuck with so many strong women in his life. It's really difficult sometimes to relate, especially when I get stabbed or shot for opening doors in the manor by a cat and, well, rebuffed by a pretty, dare I say, cleric like yourself.
Maybe you have a type. You like to get roughed up by your women.
Well, I suppose I've been told in the past that I do have a bit of a way of grinding one's gears.
And with this, we pan out from the table to kind of like do like a cutscene, and here we find just people talking, about all of y'all being together. You kind of hear whispers and people talking. They're like, "Oh, I wonder if they're gonna be doing anything." Yep, those are those people that got all that gold, right? Yeah, that's them. Like, what are their names? I think one of them was Giacomo, and another one there was like a cleric woman. I can't remember her name. There was that shady cat guy. Girl. No, it was a girl, dude. It was a girl. Her name was Misty. She stabbed that one guy, killed him, I think. Yeah, we just stay away from that one. And you just hear like all these rumors and people whispering and talking and saying like, are they gonna do it? You think they're gonna, go down into the portal? You hear a couple people saying like, here and there, they're like, they're too chicken shit. Like, unless they want to go die. I mean, sure, they, found some gold. That finding gold, sure, but down there, that's like, who knows what's down in the darkness? Just people whispering and saying all sorts of gaseous rumors and things like that. Everybody roll me a history check, please. Except for you, David. 16. Okay. So, this is actually perfect. You, being a cleric, would know of another individual. She is actually, her name's Obe Ude. She is
It's a 13 DM, sorry.
Okay. She's a Cholton priestess of Joaquin, the god of trade. She's traveled all the way from a distant city, from Port Nyanzaru, on behalf of the wizard named Wakanga Utamu, to procure magic items from Waterdeep. When she learned about about Undermountain, Obey booked up a room at the Yawning Portal in the hope of hiring adventurers to plunder the dungeons of of its magical riches. She would actually approach you and Lesra and Misty and Giacomo, and she would say, "Hello, my friends." And you would remember this specifically, Jason, that she would have come up to all of you and said, by any chance, if you decide that you wish to go down into the Yawning Portal at any time, if you find any magical items, I'll be happy to pay you. And she picks up a coin purse off of her hip, and you see that she has like 5 or 6 of these coin purses that are tightly secured to her hip that like unclasp, and like she pulls it out and furls it out, and it's like this like rolled up folded piece of cloth, and she like springs it across the table, and these massive coins, most of you have never seen them before, but Misty, you know them very well. Platinum pieces spill out from this like coin pursed pouch and slide across the table, and it's a quite hefty amount. And she walks over and she says, "I'll pay you handsomely for anything that you might find down there." And just like kind of like looking at the table, you see that there's like 3 platinum just sitting on the table. She says, "This is to buy in for good graces."
Ooh.
And she kind of gives you guys.
We each get one.
Yep, you each get 3 platinum.
Oh, we each get 3.
No, 1 each.
We each get 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she says, "If you find anything, I'll double, if not triple, what I just gave you."
Well, I would hope so.
My going rate is for common items, it is 10 platinum. Uncommon, 50 platinum. Rare, 500. And very rare, 5,000 platinum pieces. I have a well-established bank account here within Waterdeep, and I am happy to pay you for any lucrative or substantial amount of magical items and procurements that you might find. Happy to help any way I can. And she kind of like press her hand against her waist and kind of bow with her hand out. And then let's see, with Giacomo, with yours, Misty, did you roll?
Yeah, I rolled a 12.
Okay. Who got higher? I think it was.
I got higher. I got the highest, I think.
Giacomo did.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
so
13.
So this is actually pretty important then. Okay, so for you, Giacomo.
I don't think he's there.
Is he?
He stepped away for something.
Yeah, I don't know what he rolled because he's rolling on.
He rolled a 13.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 16.
Okay.
I know. You've already found out what you're doing.
Okay.
He's saying between the 2 of us.
Okay, well then what I will do is temporarily jump to Misty. So, Misty, you have heard about a young noblewoman, Elsvela. It's like Rosnar. It's weird. Esvele is her first name. Last.
Right, what was that again?
First name Esvele.
Okay.
Then last name Rosnar. Rosnar.
And she was a noble,
She's a young noblewoman, and she's been, as of recent, been frequenting the Yawning Portal. Mostly on busy evenings, keeping mostly to herself and sipping her czar and listening to the gossip. You would know because of your pristine family's reputation. Well, not yours, because of your pristine reputation within the Zentarum, that this individual, her family has a tarnished reputation. Her family had been once banished from Waterdeep for slavery and other illegal acts. Although the Rosnar family is trying to regain its integrity and standing, several bad apples threaten to impede what progress with their sinister ventures. Elsa's brother, Crozendon, Crescendo. It's like Crescendo. It's like croissant. So Kressa Ndo, Crescendo. He was sent to Skullport to conduct secret meetings with the Xanathar Guild, engage and intersect in setting up something. Unsure. For what's supposed to be going, like what she's unsure of what he was up to, but if she feels that if her brother's going down there, it must not be for anything good. She tries to stay, from what you can tell, Misty, as far away from the Waterdeepian authorities as possible. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
She intends to have someone find him to bring her brother back, and then to determine if he is up to no good and try and stop some of his schemes, and to see him return to Waterdeep before he can cause future tarnishment to the Rosnar name. If you do, and this is for you, if you do intend to locate this individual, okay, you would need but know that Crescendo is a 22-year-old man with fair skin and dark curly hair. You would know that she would say that he has been trained in the art of stealth and thievery. She would also tell you that her brother, Crescendo, wears a platinum signet ring bearing the Rosnar family crest, a diving white falcon on a field of blue, and the inscription of the family motto, "Fly high and stoop swift." So she also says that if you or any of your friends facilitate Crescendo's safe return or deliver proof of his whereabouts to her, she will owe them a favor, adding that she will give you some form of trust in the House of Raznar. So.
Okay.
Let's see. Is Ryan back?
I don't see him.
Jeez. All right.
Does Leslie know about this side quest?
Yes. So, like, because you got higher than them, you would have heard as well that this girl is looking for her brother.
Cool. I was just curious. What was just my feeling?
My wife is making fun of me right now because I haven't put all the Christmas lights up yet.
Because you haven't?
I've literally gotten everything out to the yard, set it all up, and got it all sitting underneath the trees, and got all the plugs and everything like that. And everything is just perfect. I just need to go out there and actually just do it.
Gotcha.
She's like, yeah, he's just got it all sitting out there. Just gossiping about me, talking shit. Alright, so what we will do is, for story purposes, just so we don't leave David out of anything and punish him. David, you have been making your way back to Waterdeep for a very long time. It feels like almost a month. Traveling from your werebear tribe back through the forests in the east, traveling west, over hills, across rivers. You find refuge in this cave, kind of at the bottom of this hill. And you believe that instead of going over the mountain, going under this mountain would be the best course of action. You venture through, taking what materials you have, your torches, lighting them and traveling deep into this chasm. Traveling for what feels like a day. 2 days. You lay down, you're exhausted, you're tired. You go to sleep. Quiet. Too quiet. In the middle of the night, you're skittering, scuffling, shuffling, sliding. You wake up. You look around you and it's pure darkness. Your torchlight has gone out. The heat, the embers are the only thing that illuminate the hallway. It's so dark, your eyes can't adjust. It's shifting and moving, these sounds echoing off the walls, bouncing off of the ceiling and into the floor and back into your ears, to your bare ears. Your nose is going off. Your scent is everywhere. You don't know what it is. And next thing you know, you're hit and plowed into. You hear screeching and screaming and skittering. There's all of this commotion and you feel something scratch you and pull and bite. You swing out and lash out, and as you do, you feel the give and the tug of a strap, and it snaps and it pulls in your hand. You've got what appears to be some form of rope in the palm of your hand. You don't know what it is, and it wraps around your hand and then snaps and pulls, and you feel the snap of this long taut string being drawn out, and it feels like a strap of some type, something. Your backpack, maybe? It is. It's your backpack. It's just being forcibly pulled from you. And things and all of your possessions are skittered and scattered across the floor. You're only able to scatter and scavenge a few bits and pieces here and there. Your torch is instantly scarfed up, snatched and stolen away. You feel tufts of hair. You don't know what it is. Something small. Something hairy. Something with teeth and claws. Giggling. Could be goblins. Could be kobolds. Could be gnomes. You don't know. Stranded and stuck in the darkness. You collect what is left. You continue to walk down this dark hallway. No light. Wandering. You bump into a wall. You don't know what way you need to go. Left, right? You can't see. There's no light source. You wander, David, for what feels like 2 days in perpetual darkness, hearing sounds, seeing what appears to be light in the distance, and then you get closer, and as you get closer, that light fades into nothing. You are lost in wherever it is that you find yourself being, clutching whatever backpack and possessions may be on your body. Here we find the party, the rest of the party, above. Bonnie comes over and says, well, do the lot of you want another, or are you all finally going to muster up the courage to go down into the yawning portal at last?
When Bonnie brings up the yawning portal, I say,
Well, you know, Bonnie, the funny thing is that you should mention, well, it's very hard to be an adventurer these days. Yes. And what I mean by that is to say, well, you know, you take up one quest at a time, one adventure at a time, you solve one problem at a time, and, well, I don't understand why you rib us so much, because you certainly know from all of the wonderful experiences you had with us in that lovely date with Olan that our crew's been quite busy, so we just haven't quite had time yet to go down into the portal. It's not because we don't want to or anything, or because we're not brave enough. I don't know why you'd even say that.
Well, I'm not saying that you're not brave enough. I'm just saying, are you going to go test your might? Are you going to go test your strength and, well, see if you could find some really cool stuff?
I think that was on the agenda.
This one is for you, Giacomo. This one's mostly for you. But all of you would hear about it. So mostly because the Harpers just, well, they're just not that secret. So a special individual, Matron Merrig, also known as Three Strings to his friends, plays a three-stringed lute at the Yawning Portal, and is much more talented and musically than he pretends to be. In truth, Matron is as everyone knows, a Harper spy, who uses his gig to establish relationships with people in the Yawning Portal and its unique clientele.
Is he there now?
Yep.
All right.
You would know that he needs you to take a pouch full of gold and deliver it to a female half-drow.
Down in the portal?
Down in Skullport.
Okay, so...
Which is down in the portal.
So, Giacomo, I guess, would look about the bar, and I would spot Three Strings.
Yeah, because, like...
Is
Three Strings just kind of like...
Is he on the bear rug performing like he normally is?
He's sitting down, and, like, if you would approach him, and... Because he's, he's mentioned this to you before, because he's, like, come up to you, he's been like, look, I don't mean this any which way, but it, a lot of, your people don't like surface dwellers, and I was hoping if half drow, and this person's a half drow, if you'd be willing to kind of take them this pouch of gold, maybe. I just need it delivered to a half drow female named Kala Kladani. She kind of runs a tavern called the Flagon at the Dragon, Flagon and the Dragon, in Skullport. Kala, she'll provide shelter and lodgings, and
Wait a minute. So, what you're telling me is that there's a whole nother city under the city?
Oh yes.
Oh. Well,
it's where Xanathar.
of course I know that. I don't know why I had to ask you.
It's his city. It's I think the rumor is that he's got like this massive fort down there. It's called Skullport. I don't know why they'd call it Skullport. Maybe there's like a giant skull down there or something. I've never been. I'm never going down there.
Well,
I mean, I can't even see. I need a torch.
Well, it's a good thing, Three Strings, that you're friends with good old Giacomo. I'll be glad to take that down there for you. And I don't really want anything in return, but if you would be so willing, while I'm gone, keep an ear and an eye peeled for the buzz around town about any new and emerging performers.
Okay. Here, in this pouch you'll find 3 moonstones. Each are worth like 50, 40, 60 gold maybe. Just get this to her, okay?
The 3 moonstones, that's it.
Yep.
Well, count it as good as delivered.
Oh, beautiful. Awesome. Thank you so much. So, yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye out for up-and-coming talents and things like that.
And one more time. What was her name again?
Oh, it's Kala, C-A-L, space A-L. And then her last name is Kaladani, C-L-A-D-D-A-N-I. And I don't really know what she looks like. Maybe like you? Sorry. Sorry.
Well, naturally, of course.
I'm trying not to be an ass.
It's
I
okay.
don't know her.
It's okay because up until very recently, I had always identified as a surface dweller myself.
She's just helping us out down there, and she's really helping, kind of keeping the safety and well-being of those who do want to do good down in the deep, and we're trying to put the good fight down there, and trying to do our best to kind of make sure that everyone's safe. So, but yeah, if you can, I'll try and put a good favor in, and get you a couple good shows. Get you a prime spot. But yeah, I might even swing by and start performing at the Troll Skull if you want. Maybe I don't know. Let's just see.
Yeah, of course. I would love that. That's just wonderful. 3 Strings. We shouldn't be gone very long, but if we are, you can feel free to tell the rest of them that Giacomo gave you permission to perform.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate it.
Yes. Think nothing of it, of course.
So, you 3 Strings kind of, you two talk and kind of do your thing and kind of split off, and you make your way back to the table. And when you do, the whole town, I wouldn't even say town, tavern, I'll say the tavern. The whole tavern's like buzzing. A bunch of people are like asking, like, I wonder if they're gonna do it. Like, you hear one person go, I bet you a gold piece that tonight's the night. And the other guy's like, I bet you tonight they aren't going down there. Too afraid to go down and adventure into the darkness. A few people are just, they're taking bets on you guys, whether or not you are, or if you are or not, going down into the yawning portal. You see these 3 kids, and they come in. One's got a bow. He's a tiefling little boy.
Can Giacomo roll a history check?
Yeah, I mean, if you remember this, you tell me if you remember. I'm not even gonna make your roll.
Yeah.
But a little tiefling boy with an eye patch and a bow with like makeshift arrows, and he like goes over and pulls the bucket over uses his bow to pull the string and pull the bucket over.
Over top of the yawning portal?
That's like kind of like sitting on the side, and he uses his bow and he kind of pulls the bucket over, and he like puts his foot in, and then you see this little portly boy, this like Luskin, black skinned little portly boy holding like a wooden wand. He kind of like sets the wand down and sets his teddy bear down. It's like a little owl bear, and he sets the little owl bear down and holding the wand, and he climbs up and he's like smiling and laughing, and they're drinking what appears to be like some type of like hot cocoa.
When I see this, can I get up from the table that we're sitting at kind of in the back corner near the fireplace and walk over to the wench and bucket where I see the kids?
Yeah, but as you do, the third little kid, the girl, she's deaf. She runs over and she jumps into the bucket with her wooden sword, and they kick off from the edge, and they swing out into the middle of the hole, and they're like laughing and giggling, and as it swings out to the middle of the hole, like Giacomo, like your stomach drops. You're like, what if they fall down? Like, like you're worried that they're gonna, go down, and it literally, the bucket cascades across the hole and all the way over to the other side, and they the whole time the little tiefling boy is like dangling from the bucket, like laughing and giggling, and pulls an arrow back and shoots it down into the bottom of the hole, and is giggling and laughing, and the little girl's like leaning down and like swinging at the dark hole, and the little boy is like making like fake like little incantations and gestures and screaming and like pointing his finger down into the hole, and they like kind of like slide over to the edge, and then the bucket hits the side, and they all 3 tumble over the edge and land on their butts, laughing and giggling, and a bunch of people are laughing and giggling with them, and just kind of making a big spectacle of this massive 40-foot diameter hole in the middle of the town, like the tavern. I keep saying town for some reason.
So when I would see this happening, I would stride over to the wench in the bucket, where the kids are tempting fate above this near endless chasm. And so Giacomo, I cannot remember their names from the previous game, but I do remember the occurrence and when we met them. So Giacomo would walk over to the wench, and I would see the portly kid with the teddy bear, and I would tap him on the shoulder, and I'm just gonna make up 3 names for the kids, unless you already know what they are, Thomas. But
I think one of them was like
one started with a T, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But
off
anyway,
the top of my head.
So I walk over to the portly kid, and I say,
"Well, Patches, what are you doing here? This is a bar."
And I kind of tousle his hair a little bit and make sure that he holds the teddy bear up close to his chest so he doesn't drop it into the yawning portal. And I say,
"You better hold on to that tight. If that teddy goes down there, there's no way we could retrieve it. At least not very easily."
And I kind of gently push him back away from the wench. And I lean forward with my arm holding on to the wooden crane with my chest kind of suspended over the yawning portal, reaching out as far as I can to see if I can grab hold of like the rope assembly that connects to this wooden platform that lowers them down into the portal. And I look at the little tiefling boy and I say, Francis, have you not learned from the last time? Remember, you nearly drowned in the frozen lake. You're always tempting fate. I get that you're an eager young one, and you have a heart of an adventurer. But don't break Giacomo's along the way, please. Help, bring your sister back. Would you get back down here safely?
Did you say they're on the other side now?
Thomas?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
So, so there's the girl whose name is Nat. Then there's Jenkins, who's the
Jenkins
boy with the cloak with the tiny wand. And then Squidly, who is a 9-year-old tiefling boy.
If I can reach them, I'm gonna hop up from the table, run over there, and just snatch him out of the bucket.
Okay. So you pick him up. So he's like they're already out of the bucket. They're like laying out on the floor.
Oh, okay. I thought they were still like in the bucket.
No.
Okay.
They literally did like a big swing over.
Yeah.
And like we're like shooting and throwing stuff down in the hole.
And just like swinging across the portal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like basically being like, look how brave we are, to like all the adults.
So they're like rolling around on the floor as they stare up at Misty with like a stern look on her face.
Yeah, like you and Misty, because like you said that you were there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why Leslie didn't jump up, because she heard you say that they crashed on the other side. Well, okay, so yeah.
So I would look at Misty and I would say to him in the company of Jenkins and I can't remember the other one's name. You just said it.
Squidly.
Nat.
Squidly and
Nat
Dad.
and Squidly and
I would say I have my hands on my hips and I'm talking as though they're not even there, ignoring them. And I look at Misty and I say, well, Misty, did you hear about the adventurers that went down in the portal this afternoon before we got here?
I'll just say yes, and they never came back, did they?
Oh no, it was the most terrible thing ever. It takes me back to that time we met the first day here, when we fought the troll and those sturges that decided to climb their way up. But it was even worse. They had to shut down the yawning portal for like 2 hours to scrub the ogre blood off the walls and the floor. Quite ridiculous, if you ask me, why they have a portal to God knows where, hellish aboliths and creepy creatures climbing up and whatnot. But sometimes bravery and stupidity collide, you know?
You see Nat kind of like doing some weird hand signs and gestures, and then like the Jenkins kid, he like looks up at you and goes, Nat says she could take him on, no problem, mister. And Squidly kind of like looks over at Nat and's like, you couldn't, quit it. And then like they start joking and they kind of like get up and they're like, we appreciate you being so nice and being concerned. We were just having a bit of fun, mister.
That's Mr. Giacomo. And
Mr. Giacomo.
And
hey, weren't you that guy that helped us in the river? Yeah, you were.
I get down on bended knee and I reach down into my pocket and I'm just gonna pull like a random assortment of crap out of my pouches. And so I reach down in and end up with a handful of caltrops and ball bearings.
Oh, Jesus.
And I grab...
Here, take these sharp and round things, kids.
I grab...
Try not to swallow when you eat them.
I grab a couple of them and place a handful of them in each of the 3 little kids' hands. And I say...
Jeez, dude, you trying to make assassins out of these kids?
I say...
yeah.
And then I take a gold coin and tuck a gold coin in each of their palms and I say... Nat, Jenkins, and Squiggly. Look, practice makes perfect, okay? And
these are some great new toys for you to play with. Now,
They start nodding.
don't use them all at one time, or at the same place at the same time. But practice. You know, whenever the adults aren't watching, or the city watches and, far enough away that they can't catch you, throw them on the ground right in front of an unsuspecting victim and wait for them to slide all over the place. It's grand. Well, anyway.
Hold on, mister. Won't these stab people in the feet?
Oh, no. It's sort of like stepping on a Lego.
What's a Lego?
You'll find out when you're older and you have kids of your own. But
Yeah, you let the two evil people are the ones that are teaching children.
Right.
For real.
So they each have a gold coin, and I tussle the little girl Nat's hair, and I say, "Now, don't spend this all in one place." And I look at Squiggly and the little boy.
Explosives.
I look at Squiggly and the little boy Jenkins, and I say,
now, you take care of your sister, okay? It's tough out there on the streets. And if you need help in the future, or you're hungry, or you need a nice warm place to stay, you come find old Giacomo at Troll Skull. If I'm not there, you ask for, well, you can say, Gilbert, Mr. Giacomo sent me here for dinner, a warm glass of milk, and a Betty Bye.
Oh, all right.
and then I kind of turn around to ignore them, and I look at Misty and I say,
well, everybody's got a wild streak these days. They're even letting children in the yawning portal.
Gotta learn sometime.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have promise, especially that Squidly.
So, what are you three going to do?
So I guess Leslie walks over to them because he's only heard about half the conversation because Giacomo's wild. And she talks to Misty and Giacomo. She's like, "So, are you gonna let a couple kids show you up?"
Well, I don't know what you mean by that. Are you implying that we're not going in the portal today?
Yeah, I am.
Why are you talking shit?
I think somebody's gotten a little too big for their britches.
Well, I'm not bigger than my britches. I tailored them myself, and I take offense to that, Lazra. Well, damn it, why did we go find Durgan? I'll be the first one down there. I'm such a dumbass anyway. It'll be great.
So you see Durnan sitting behind the bar, just kind of talking, and he's actually eating something and drinking an ale and laughing. He wipes the frothy foam from his beard, and he's.
"That's right, Sonata. Lezer is sassy."
And yeah, he's just hanging out. He's kind of over here by the bar. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna walk over to Durnan as chest puffed out, huffing along the way and fuming at the challenge from Lesra. And I go right over to the counter in the middle of him eating his meal, sit down unannounced, and slap my hands down on the bar top. And I say,
Durgan, I know you've been waiting to talk to me. I saw you across the bar. You looked at me and I looked at you, and you were just screaming, "Come over here, Giacomo, and let's talk about adventure."
He with like a chicken leg in his mouth, he like looks at you and pulls the chunk of meat away and downs it and looks at you, and he says, "Excuse me, sorry. So what?"
Yeah, you heard it. I'm going down in the portal today. So whatever I need to do to operate the crane, or however you lower the claw machine down into the pit of doom, sign me up and get me on that damn stand.
You want to go into the portal, do you?
Today, if possible.
So and this is like when his volume starts to get louder in his voice, and it starts to get a little boomy. and it starts to echo out, almost like as if someone had cast a thaumaturgy spell. And you hear him say, "Want to go down into the yawning portal? Well, are you sure you just want to go by yourself?"
But I'm a little bit of fool, but I'm not that stupid. My friends are coming with me.
Well, in that case, and you see him pull what appears to be a bucket. Matching in color, shape, and size as to the bucket hanging over the portal itself. This giant, massive chasm.
You expect all of us to fit in that?
He says, "1 gold, please." And
Yes.
he slaps the bucket.
Okay. And I look around and feel for my wallet. Do I have my money pouch with me, or did the kid swipe it from me?
Roll me an investigation check.
The kids. That's cute. That guy didn't steal it.
That's why I didn't go over to the kids. They tried to steal from me last time.
Yeah. It's a 6 on die, and I think my investigation's a +3. I'll check for you real quick. Investigation is a +2, so an 8. So I'm like, I'm patting my chest, like, oh yeah,
Everything seems all right.
okay.
No, it doesn't seem like anything was lifted off of your person as of yet that you've noticed.
So I'm gonna reach down into the pouch and pluck a gold coin out, and then I fish a couple other ones out and put them in my hand, and I say,
Now wait a minute. Is it 1 gold per lift and lower? Regardless of how many people or things you can fit in the bucket? Or is it 1 gold per person per lift and lower?
It is 1 gold to go up and to come down.
Well, 1 per, meaning 2 or 1 total. You see, I'd like to pay for the round trip if possible.
That's not how this works.
So, do we pay at the bottom if we want to return?
How this works is all you need but do is give me 1 gold coin.
Okay.
You go down. Then, when you wish to come back up, just yell.
That's it?
Just yell, cast a bell, come back up,
Well, is there a safe word?
ring a bell. Nope.
No safe word?
Nope. All we do is lower the bucket.
Look, the bedrooms of
You
fancy
lower the
royal
bucket.
ladies. The bedrooms of fancy royal ladies even have a quick escape word. You're telling me we go down into the portal of doom and gloom, and there's no special word to bring us up. Because, look, if I'm getting chased by something, I'm probably going to yell or scream, and I don't want that bucket coming down every time I yell.
Well, then I'm sorry. Then you're going to have to do your dying in a different room of wherever the heck this place leads.
Oh, well, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for the vote of confidence. And
Also, be aware that it does take a couple of minutes for the bucket to get down to wherever it is the bucket gets to. Can't tell people what's down there, because if I do, it spoils the surprise.
Of course.
But it's pretty cool.
So
I hope you enjoy it.
I take the gold coin and with like my index finger, like stamp it down onto the bar and slide it across, like kind of in a sassy way towards Durnan. And then once I pay the gold, I turn back around to look for Misty and Lesra to see if they're in earshot or watching this whole exchange.
I've been right behind you the whole time.
Yeah, I've been watching you.
All right, so as I turn around and nearly bump into Misty, I'm like I turn around and, you know, basically almost like brush into her shoulder, causing her to stumble or causing myself to stumble. I'm like,
Oh, sorry about that. Personal space and all, I know. Please don't shoot me. Well, you heard it. We've paid the gold. And we're ready to go.
We haven't yet.
Yeah, which it's 1 gold.
It's just 1. That's it. I asked. Not per person, not per up and down, just one.
Okay.
And it sounds to me like we could pile a whole lot of fun goodies on that platformer in the bucket with us to go down with.
Durden looks at Lesra and looks at Misty, slides the bucket over and says, "Will you be going down as well?"
Yes.
But you
One
said
gold,
it was
please.
You just said it was 1 gold, not per person.
It's 1 gold per person.
Oh, well, in that case...
Thanks for clearing that up.
So Lost Limey just said, is there a group of bards in this world called Better Than Lesra?
Better than Lesra.
That's so dope.
I'll pay a gold.
I will too. Put my gold in the bucket.
As soon as you place the coins in the bucket, he lifts his bucket up and slides it underneath the counter. He then motions over to the edge of this massive, what almost appears to be a black hole in the floor with this 2.5 foot stone barrier that almost looks like a castle wall. This large crane pulls over and hoists this tiny little bucket, similar to the one that you dropped the coins in. The bucket lowers. You see a very familiar face, Mert, the moneylender, controlling the crane. He goes over, lowers the bucket down to the edge. Who would be the first person to step into the bucket?
I'll go first. Nobody else wants.
You go in and you place your foot in and you grab onto the rope. The bucket starts to spin and move around. It's the first time you've ever been in a bucket at all. And it's just moving about. The next person goes up. Who's the next person?
I'll probably go.
Misty goes up and grabs onto the rope, and you're kind of moving around. Misty puts her foot down into the bucket, and it kind of stabilizes a little bit. Kind of the counterweight on the opposite side. And you kind of rotate a little bit, and that's when Giacomo, you come up, and you step into the bucket.
Are you putting tokens down at all or no? Just curious.
Not at this moment, no.
Okay, cool.
And you are all hoisted into the air with
Ow.
1 foot placed into this bucket. You descend 10, 20, 30 feet. The shadows and light escaping and fading away. You descend further. 40, 50. Darkness is all around you. Those of you with dark vision would see a black and white, this distant looming light, color above in this top portal-like hole above your head. About 60 feet above you, you can see light and color, but nothing but black and shadow beneath you. Descending 80, 100, finally 20 feet down from where you are, 120 feet. You see what appears to be this black emptiness. Lesra, specifically. Lesra, you being a human, you cannot see anything. Nothing.
My shield has continual flame on it.
Oh, does it?
Do I see anything with a torch?
So if you have continual flame, see, you never told me that, so I do apologize.
I had continual flame last time. I just don't prepare it all the time because it's not very useful spell to prepare, but I cast it on all my stuff.
Hold on, my game's locking up on me.
Yeah,
I think it's 20 feet of light and 40 feet of dim light.
it's just a torch, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I gotta exit out of my page and then reopen it. Give me a second.
Yeah, mine just froze up too for some reason.
It's because it's a massive map. And I have a ton of tokens on it.
Yeah, so that was a good bit of little roleplay there in the bar. I'm having fun getting ready to figure out what's going to happen when we get down to hell in this near endless chasm.
Yeah.
Super cool. Go ahead, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say it's super cool that the kids showed up again.
Yeah. I like it. Even though they tried to rob me.
Remind me of my youth. Holy cow, you weren't kidding, man. This thing must be massive.
Which got me frozen all sorts of up.
I think he prepared the entire dungeon on one map.
Yep.
Yeah, it says wait on mine. I'm going to try to refresh it, see what happens. It's all good, dude. It's a lot to pull together.
There we go. Oop, I see it.
Oh, sweet.
Olin's there. Okay.
Ignore their tokens.
Oh, is Shuchi in yet? Or are you... never mind. I'll wait.
No.
I don't have Sushi's token.
It should come in from D&D Beyond if he added artwork to himself and joined the campaign. Yeah, it just says Werebear Shuchikaga on the list.
It's a me.
Perfect. So when he comes into play is when
Yeah, when all that... You'll see everything. Yeah.
Well, this is interesting. What do you think, Giacomo and Misty?
I can't see anything.
You don't have dog vision?
No, I mean the map.
I can't see. I don't know. It's just I had to reload.
Yeah, it's a big black screen for me too.
We're just in a big square room.
Okay. Well, we might have to theater of a mind it for now while it's loading up.
So, as you all descend down into this dark void, you descend down into a 40-foot by 40-foot square cubed room with dust and dirt littering the floor, blood stains, and what appears to be broken bits of bone, wood, and steel, rusted steel. The wall. All the walls. Oh, give me a second, guys. My son. Hold on, Joseph.
I put a torch on Leslie, if that's alright.
Good night, buddy. Give me a hug. I love you. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, sure. Sure. Alright, love you. So you're actually able to see that there is a small hallway. Oh my gosh. Driving me nuts already. There's a small hallway that veers off to the left here. But as you all get to the bottom, at the bottom of the yawning portal is an entry well. And it is a dark 40-foot square room with the following feature. Exit. The only exit appears to be the tunnel that leads south before bending west. You would also notice that there is sand at your feet and bone. Please, if you would, roll me.
Hey, double click where we are, DM, because maybe it's got me in an area I can't see, and I don't want to try to zoom out all the way because you might have a bunch of the map fogged.
Definitely has a bunch of them.
I don't know why. There we go. That should have worked. That should work.
And you double clicked?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see along the wall 60 old shields hanging on the walls. Some of them are broken, some of them rusted with paint, symbols, letters written in blood on the wall. You can see something behind them. It's Elvish. Does anybody read Elven?
Giacomo does.
You would read Beyond.
Actually, no, hold on. I speak Common, Undercommon, and something else. I might be Elvish. Give me 1 second.
I don't think I do.
Languages. Yeah, Elvish, Common, and Undercommon.
Okay. You would read Beyond the Pillar Forest, the Mad Mage waits, casting spells behind magic gates.
I love when the warnings in blood rhyme.
Misty, roll me a D100 dice.
Yay. Hold on, I gotta find some dice real quick. Your map is destroying my computer.
Is there anything that you want me to roll while Misty does that?
You two can roll me a 100-sided dice, and Ryan, you too.
Let's go for the golf ball.
I'm actually not gonna roll my golf ball today. I'm just gonna do it this way.
I got a 49.
86.
So hold off. I'm gonna ask you, kind of what your number is. So you go over Giacomo, and you see kind of like in the sand something. You see kind of like bulging out, and you said you got a 49.
Yes.
You notice that there appears to be some form of spear tip. It's silver from a spear tip, and it said that this the spear tip, there's like this etching that says saint on it. You don't really know why this is here, but it's like a broken piece of a silver spear kind of underneath this sand. Lesra, what did you get?
86.
86.
You said the spear says Saint on it?
Saint. Siant.
Okay.
Lesra.
Yes.
You find kind of like in the corner, this like where the sand is, like this mound of sand, a small hand-sized box, and it's covered with numbered buttons all over it. And then it's just got sand just kind of like wearing away at most of these buttons, and it's just kind of like in between it's kind of like gritty and coarse to kind of press these buttons down. And Misty, what did you get?
Wes just
Wes.
dropped out. He dropped out of Discord chat.
Oh no.
Yeah, he might have crashed.
So, how big is this box? Like, can I put it in my pack? Or?
It's small enough to fit in the size of your palm.
Okay. and I don't know what to do with it, so I'm going to just put it in my pack.
Okay. And I wish we could get Misty back. Meh. But nonetheless, you see this corridor to your left, and it goes along the western wall and kind of goes down in a southerly direction. Uh, does anybody want to? Does anybody want to? Can everybody roll me a perception check?
Yeah.
I was going to ask if I could before we
Yeah, go ahead.
went down the magical hallway.
It's a 15.
17.
Okay. So yeah, you guys find these awesome like little bits and bobs and trinkets and things, and you just see this hallway that kind of perpetually travels in a southern direction. Um, you guys can get about, I'd say, like right in here. I don't know if you can see
Oh,
it.
there we go. Jeez. All right, now I got the map.
Yeah, it's a big map.
It's
Yeah.
massive.
No, it's awesome. I just was zooming in into the wrong spot. Double click for me one more time, Tommy. It should snap. Nope, I guess not. It's all good. I'll get zoomed into it. I think it might have locked up. There we go. There we go. We're there. My bad, folks.
I do apologize. I have like over 200 tokens on this map.
It's fine.
It's also probably just the image size too, because it's such a high res
Oh, yeah.
image.
It's a massive image. So let's get this person and push it out.
Does Leslie see anything else with her perception check?
Nope,
And her
nothing of any crazy, information. Nothing that stands out of importance. You just see cobwebs and what appears to be some faint spitterings and spatterings of blood here and there. Did you guys travel further down the hall?
Yeah. So
Who's going first?
Giacomo would look at Lesra and say,
Well, look, I don't know if this is the right way to proceed or not, but I suppose I'll go first and you catch my back.
Yeah, I'll be right behind you, keeping the light going.
"Oh, Tommy, I know exactly why this map is so big. So each of these tile blocks is supposed to be a 10-foot square, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you go in and you make your map, the way you have to do this is make it to where the box is divided in half equally when you line up the crosshairs, so you'd only have 4 blocks. The map has too many, way too many squares on it for the grid. So like if you go into the scene and say edit scene, I know you're gonna do it right now.
I got you.
Yeah.
I ain't doing it at all because that's over 200 minis that I'd have to move directly to.
No, they automatically snap. So if you go in and you edit the map grid, the minis stay on the map. But yeah, we'll just roll with it. So Giacomo would just start walking over this way.
Giacomo, just so that you're down 15 HP, you might want to top yourself off.
Oh, well, we would have long rested between then. I just didn't do it.
I know. I'm just saying. So, I guess, how far we get, DM?
I've made y'all large.
Yeah.
For the sake of visual.
So, Giacomo and I are walking down the hall.
And Wes just told me his computer is rebooting.
So
Okay.
we'll say that Misty's behind me for the time being.
Okay. So you get here and you notice immediately that there is a bend in the direction it travels to the left here. and you don't know what's on the other side, and it is pitch black. I mean, it is completely dark in here, and you don't know what or who is down here. There is the sound of heavy breathing off in the distance, trickling, and you have this weird pungent odor, this scent that just in the back of your nose, in the back of your throat, you can just feel this tiny little burning sensation.
Giacomo, do you have dark vision?
Definitely
Yeah, all
not.
drow do. I just need to set my aura up.
Well, he can see 60 feet, but
yeah.
dark vision just doesn't automatically give you the ability to like see.
I know. I was just making sure that one of us. Well, I guess I'll try out my bond. So I'm gonna bond Giacomo, Misty, and Lesnar together.
Okay.
So once per turn, not once per round. So it can apply to both your turn and opportunity attacks separately. You get to add a d4 to an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw for the next 10 minutes.
Nice, thank you. And I would look at Lesra and say, with a jingle to my voice as I sing,
what a friend we have in Lesra. She comes down to dungeons dark. What a friend we have in Lesra, saving Giacomo from death.
and give you bardic inspiration.
That's a d4, right?
Yes.
Cool.
I think it's a d6 actually. Let me check.
It goes up based on your level. I just don't know.
Yeah, it should be like a D6 right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when it gets higher in level, it goes up to like a D8, and then D10,
Yeah.
and D12.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful. And
It's actually it's a D8 for me right now.
Is it ability checks or saving
ability
throws?
check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Oh, okay. So like the
Everything.
bond. Nice.
Yeah, and then it's because of the way that I've leveled up, it's also magical inspiration. So because you have bardic inspiration, if you cast a spell that restores hit points or deals damage to creature, then you can roll that die and choose a target affected by the spell and add the number of rolled as a bonus to your hit points regained. Or the damage dealt.
Cool.
Yep.
Wes is back, yes.
Well, I'm back, but I don't. My computer's still loading up, so I'm on my phone.
It's okay. Wes, roll me a D100 sided dice.
Again?
Yeah, I didn't hear what you got.
61.
61. So you find a strange ring carved with an unfinished insignia. And it's this strange ring that is supposed to be to some type of defunct secret organization that you have never encountered whatsoever. And you find it just sitting in the sand. And y'all made your way into this hallway, kind of going down going down into in a southerly direction. And there you guys have found your way to what appears to be this hallway that breaks off to the right. Does anybody want to look around the corner? Get shot, maybe? Huh?
Yeah, I will. I'll stealth and look around.
Okay.
And Wes, I bonded us together, so you get once per turn you get to add a D4 to inability checks and
Yeah. Okay.
roll. Okay. Yeah.
Right on.
Cool.
I'm gonna use that.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Well, let's see. I'm using it for my stealth.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be a 17 for my stealth,
Okay.
and I think my perception's a 4. So it's an 8.
So, yeah, you I mean, you're quiet, but you're not. You're more focused on being quiet than seeing what is unseen at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of, step. Would you step out from the corner a little
I
bit?
kind of like peer my head around, I guess, trying to
So
stay stealthy.
as you
Can
do, go ahead.
Leslie put her head around and cast it, and do a perception check too?
All of you can.
I'm gonna hang back, and I'm just and Giacomo is gonna be visibly a little bit nervous, and he whispers to Lesra, and he says, "Be careful. Missy's usually pretty sneaky, but we don't want to fuck this one up."
So I got a 22 perception.
Or 22 for perception. So yeah, all of y'all glance down this hallway, and there's nothing at the end of it. It's this long, I would say 20 foot by 10 foot tall hallway that continues further.
Well,
ladies first.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll go ahead and I guess. So I'm in the hallway right now.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm gonna want to check for any kind of traps. I don't know how often I would need to do that, or
Go ahead and roll.
okay. I have no idea what my. Would that be sleight of hand?
So that would be a sleight of hand check.
Okay. God damn.
Can we decide like how often we need to make ability checks? Like every other turn or every third? Like what?
Y'all are gonna need to make ability checks and whatnot for almost the entire time that y'all are down here.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I rolled a 4 on dice, and I don't know what my.
Did you add Lesra's bonding ability?
How often can I do that? Once per turn?
Is it once per turn? Oh.
Yeah, it's once per turn.
So 7, and I don't know what my.
Well, we'll say that the whole stealthing thing was one turn ago, and this is a new turn. So
Yeah. Let me. I'm not sure what my. You said that's investigation?
no, it should be sleight of hand for looking for traps.
Okay.
And then you get your proficiency since you're a rogue. You should have your proficiency modifier added in, I think.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm still trying to pull my sheet up. I think it's like something high.
I can check a character sheet in a second. I just don't think I'll be able to get out of
like 10 or something.
Oh shit, that's crazy, dude.
Well, that's my stealth is at plus 10, so I assume my sleight of hand is probably somewhere close. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to see this map at all. It's freezing up on me again.
Let's see.
Oh, gaming computer go.
Huh?
There we go. Your sleight of hand is plus 7.
So 14 total.
So you don't see any traps in this corridor. You don't see pitfalls or anything like that, or trick shot levers or none of that stuff. You do see though that the hall veers to the right though again. You're gonna move up.
Yeah, I'll move up.
The same with you, Lesbro. You notice that it veers to the left, to the right. I mean.
Yeah, I'll move up to the right and do the same thing. Kind of look around and
I'll follow.
Roll me perception checks, please.
Giacomo is cautiously taking at the end.
6 plus perception. So, God, I could get new dice.
It's an 18 on die.
23.
Yeah, you beat me. Perception's not my strong suit.
18 plus 7.
I figured since I had the wisdom, I would get proficient. Yeah.
So, as the party makes their way over, you notice that the hallway starts to get larger into a 20-foot by 20-foot large hallway. In this hallway, you notice it stands that every 10 feet there are these sections of the wall that has what appears to be 9 feet high, 4 feet wide, with 3-inch deep door-shaped recesses containing a bas relief carving of a demon. Each relief depicts a different kind of demon. There's what appears to be a Kenku skeleton that lies on the floor. One of its arms, its thin arms, points towards a bas relief of a Nephlashim, a demon in the southern wall. You notice that this skeleton is perfectly constructed in pointing. This Kenku's corpse is perfectly constructed and placed meticulously pointing at this one door. This one, not even a door, but it's this one demon statue. At the end of the hallway, as you slowly creep around the edge to peer on the other side, you see it. This shadow looming, leaning up against the wall. David.
Oh, shit.
David, you have been down here in the darkness, and this light source in front of you finally has shown itself. And you stand at the top of what you know to be stairs. You're resting in pure darkness, and this light, this candle light, glinting off of a shield, right? Lesnar,
Yep. Yep.
Cool.
My shield.
It literally just comes into your sight as you are right here.
I love the token.
As you are right here. You see them ahead of you.
So with my dark vision, would I see him in the distance?
Yes.
Can I,
Suchi?
would I recognize him with my perception check?
I don't know.
I roll.
That's what's so interesting. Could you roll for me? And
Are we so my previous perception was an 18 plus 6 or 7, excuse me.
well, re-roll.
Okay.
Yeah, re-roll that shit.
We have to re-roll like every time.
Yep.
So it's an 8 plus 7, so it's gonna be a 15.
Did you get to add the +4
Yeah,
because
you can.
Oh. One moment. plus a 3. So that's going to be an 18.
That's even better. So yeah, you recognize him immediately. Something completely different about Tsuchi.
So
Tsuchi Kage, the man you knew as the werebear.
Does Misty recognize Shuchi? Did she roll?
That's a good question, Misty.
Mm,
You had some beef with this person.
what, perception?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I want to play something out, but I don't want to step on your toes, DM.
That will be a 16.
Plus your 4 from Jason's thing.
Yeah, plus your D4.
17.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, you're 1 point below me, so 18, 17.
so David, could you give a description of what Tsuchi looks like being trapped in this whatever it is for what almost feels like a month?
Well, a little dirty, a little gruff. Oh, sorry, Ryan. My camera's not. My camera's still on.
Yeah, I got you. I gotta fix it. You can keep going though. You're fine.
I don't know where I am.
You're at the end of the hallway.
I was outside. Now I'm just here.
Wait, are you saying this to us, or are you just answering the DM?
Answering the DM.
Okay, gotcha. Because I was about to say,
Well, Leslie's never met this person before, so
no, not at all.
even though she sees him, she doesn't know.
So the last that y'all remember, except for Lesra, like Lesra, this is your first time encountering him, but for everybody else, this is the first time that y'all have seen him since he wrote that note and kind of left everyone and was like, hey, look, do what you want with the space in the basement. Like, I gotta go take care of some stuff. I probably won't be back. And you end up seeing him down here.
Yeah, I was gonna wait for all this to pan out, and then we would talk, I guess.
Yeah, I'm staying away from him.
Well, Leslie's gonna let Giacomo take the lead since he recognizes the person.
Now, Shuchi doesn't have dark vision, but he does have keen sense. Would Shuchi wouldn't see us, but Shuchi would smell us?
Yeah.
Oh no, you got the
Shield.
Torchlight
Shield.
would illuminate enough to allow Suchi to see perfectly fine.
Okay, gotcha. All right, cool. So he sees us, we see him. So I turn around real quick and I
Like, right at the edge.
yeah.
Where your field of vision would be able to see color.
I
For you and Misty, like, y'all would probably be able to see a little bit past the light, but since the light is there, you could only see as far as like Moldra's light.
I'll back around the corner.
So yeah, Giacomo will turn around and put his arm around Lesra's neck and try to huddle in and say,
Look, we're about ready to meet an old friend. Things didn't end poorly, per se, but we haven't seen him in quite a while. And while the last time he was with us, he was a little bit mysterious and kind of a wild card. Him and Misty weren't the best of friends. So, this could get a little bit tense. If you catch my drift.
Well, I will let you use your magical persuasion skills to try and defuse the situation.
But don't butter me up. This could go foul for me too. Silver tongue and all.
I got you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
I'd walk casually around the corner to where Misty is at, and I'd say,
Probably stirs up quite a bit, huh?
Yeah.
You really never did get along with him, did you? Oh man, it was funny to see him and you talk about chasing each other through the streets, climbing buildings and hot pursuit.
Misty,
Uh-huh.
roll me a perception check.
Okay. That's a 6 plus. I think my perception's a 4 or 5. Hold on. I try to do something stupid like open up the map. I'm not gonna do that anymore. It's either like a 10 or 11.
Okay. So yeah, you're looking around, and there's all of these like large mosaic, like stone carved statues of these demons, and you see at the like further back, over where Suchi is, there appears to be one alcove that is deeper than the rest.
All right.
But you'd have to get closer to Suchi in order to.
Yeah, I'm not going close.
Okay.
Not right now.
Are you gonna check for traps or anything?
I don't really want to go that close.
Okay. So then, what is everybody else gonna do then?
So Giacomo, having been given a new vote of confidence from his friend Lesra to make acquaintance again and reacquaintance with an old friend, Giacomo will strode forward, proudly and confidently. And as I get to the edge of the light off of Jaren's shield, where Lesra, excuse me, I said Jaren. When I get to the edge of Lesra's illuminated spell on the shield, and I know I'm standing in darkness to where I'd basically be out of the light that Chuchi would need to see me, and I'm backlit from the light coming from behind me, and just look like a shadowy figure. I cross my arms over my chest, and with my newly acquired hat from the Eye Catcher crew and the traveling Waterdavian circus of the Sea Maiden's Fair, take the feathered cap off from my head and furl it down my arm like a parlor trick, catch it in the other hand. I say,
"It's funny running into you here, teddy bear."
You can see that Suchi is hurt, like pretty bad. Taking some liberties here, Suchi.
I was just waiting for Shuchi to respond.
Yeah, go ahead, David. Sorry.
Would you have noticed him by then?
You would have noticed them, and yes, you have been hurt. Pretty bad.
I just start running towards him with one arm out, just running towards him.
You start running towards Giacomo?
Yes.
All right.
Giacomo, you notice something really different about Suchi as he's running and approaching you.
Reaction?
He's missing an arm.
Wow.
He starts running towards me. Do I get like a reaction or anything?
Yeah, y'all can do whatever you want. I mean, he's running at you.
He's missing an arm.
He is missing an arm.
Giacomo,
like above the elbow.
Giacomo reaches down into his pouch, pulls out a handful of ball bearings, throws them down on the ground, and runs in the opposite direction of Shuchi running at him.
You and the ball bearing.
Well, I don't want to kill him.
Giacomo bolts.
Yeah.
He throws like ball bearings on the floor as they skitter across the floor. Suchi, roll me a dexterity saving throw. Everybody who wants to move kind of in like Misty and Lesra's space, like roll me a dexterity saving throw.
I am not moving at present.
I rolled a 4.
You are now prone.
You are prone and on the ground.
Okay, so can Leslie go up to Suki and check him out?
Only if you want to roll a dexterity saving throw every time you take a 5-foot step movement.
God damn it, Ryan!
They're great.
You don't know how bad Suchi is.
Yeah.
Wait, Dexter. So Dexter, a straight dex saving throw.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you have your bardic, but don't waste it on this.
I'm not gonna waste it on this. I'm gonna waste my. Oh heck yeah! 20.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait. Yeah. 20.
Yeah, that's a dex save 20. I see it in the log.
So you get out of there, you run.
No, I'm walking towards the bear.
Yeah,
Okay,
now
so
that
you don't
Shuchi's
want him.
prone.
Yeah, I'm walking towards the bear, and I'm gonna check. I'm gonna do a medicine check and check him out.
When Giacomo sees you stride forward, he's going to say,
Be careful! Something doesn't look right!
and then I say to Misty,
Do you have that bundle of rope with you in your pouch still?
What's that?
The
There is
what?
something seriously wrong with all of you.
No.
yeah,
no.
no, you don't know.
You roll for a minute.
You just don't know.
We have no idea.
I do.
No, you don't. You have no
you don't.
idea.
What would you roll for your medicine check?
20.
Damn. Nice roll, dude.
He is completely malnourished. It looks like this guy hasn't eaten in what almost seems like 2 weeks.
Please don't tell me he ate his own arm.
Can I give him some food?
Yeah, you can.
Or what DM, what would be better to cast a healing spell or to give him some food?
Probably both.
Okay.
Lots of meat.
Give him a... Yeah. Whew.
So, since I'm here, I'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
So now you have to touch him. David.
Nope, not doing that.
You can't say no now.
You can't say no.
Yes,
You've
I
already
can.
said it.
I
No,
can
you
totally
cannot.
say no.
No, you're
No.
like every time I touch him. With Cure Wounds.
Go with the
David.
story, dude. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be
Fine.
hilarious.
I really don't want to be a werebear.
Wait, you mean we'd have 2 lycanthropes on our team?
No, it won't happen.
No, I know.
Don't worry.
Okay, so let me roll for Cure Wounds and... so he gets 7 points of healing,
Okay, David.
and then I'm going to give him rations.
You're gonna what?
I'm going to give him one of my rations to eat.
Okay. So, David, you there?
Yeah.
How do you respond?
So to the healing, I'm like, oh. To the food, I'm guessing you put it in front of me.
I did.
Like,
Like I see, like he's probably like presenting the food and then touching you on the shoulder and healing you at the same time.
I'm not doing it at the same time.
Oh, you're not.
I healed him. I'm done touching him, and then I put some rations out in front of him.
But yeah, it looks like he's been stabbed a few times. He's got a lot of scratches all over him, bites, like a ton of like these tiny little like teeth marks, like tiny like little bite marks all over him.
So Lesra asked him what happened
looks-
and how he lost his arm.
Yeah, like his arm's not bleeding or anything. It looks like it's been like this for some time now. David, take it away.
why? Thank you, kind lady. What happened to you?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. I came down here to part of an adventuring party.
Oh, is that how you met the likes of Giacomo?
Hello, Shuchi. It sounds like you're yourself again.
Yeah. Yes.
If anyone was gonna get kicked out of Waterdeep, I figured it'd be you.
Yeah, I managed to make it past all those damn guards, too. I'm kind of a hero now, you might say.
Hero? Are you... What are you doing outside of Waterdeep?
Wait a minute. We're not... What? We're not outside of Waterdeep?
Do you not know where we are?
No, I just did what I did the first time I made it to Waterdeep. I just went west.
Well, yeah, actually in the mountain underneath Waterdeep.
Well, you see, you're not exactly west. You're very, very southwest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Somehow you made it into Undermount.
Undermount.
You remember that crazy bar, the Yawning Portal?
Yeah, you guys, we met there. It's like, wait.
Okay, well, alright, I know you remember that. This one you might not be so happy about, but do you remember the cat?
Can I smell Misty from here?
I mean, I'm around the corner, but I'm sure you can.
Yeah. I mean, you recognize her smell.
Oh. My mistake, Giacomo. I assumed you two got finally kicked out of Waterdeep, but we're still in Waterdeep?
Kind of.
We're actually underneath of it. Miles and miles and miles beneath of it.
Miles.
Well, probably a hop, skip, and a jump from Avernus, if you will.
Not quite that far.
Down the road.
You got a bit of ways away to go, bud.
Left or right at the intersection by the tree. Huh.
Well, look, the last thing I remember was that crazy chase through town, and you got ran off. You had just gotten set up in the basement, and you had a night where you broke your chains.
Yeah. It was like after he broke his chains, he was never seen from or heard from again.
Good times. Good times.
I will tell you, eventually those posters did come down, and I nod over, I say, courtesy of Misty, in case you wanted to say thanks.
Oh, yeah. She's still living in the bar. We bought a bar. We bought a bar? We bought a bar. Yeah.
Yes, we bought a bar, yes.
The bar. Yeah. How's the ghost threw a chair at me?
Yes, he's quite temperamental still. It's great for running off the drunken, excessive customer.
I helped build his graves mantle. That's like, oh, what did I miss?
Oh, you've missed a lot. It sounds to me like clearly you've missed a whole gap of time, seeing as you don't know where the hell you are.
You're just coming back after going back to come back to my home, which is a basement.
Wait, so you're saying you were trying to let the heat die down, and you decided to make your way back to town after your episode?
Episode? No, I went home.
To the manor?
No, I went home to my village. I remembered what happened.
Oh.
Oh,
Fought
do tell.
fought a necromancer and an undead being in the shape of my friend. And my girlfriend erased my memory.
Well, she sounds like a powerful witch.
No, she gave me a drink. And the next thing you know, I was being chased out of town and I came to Waterdeep. But then I remembered. I went back. We killed the necromancer. And she didn't feel bad about erasing my memory.
As he's saying this and yelling it, all of you hear something.
Oh, great.
Chittering.
Perception or investigation or
Chatter.
what?
You hear this
Oh, no.
drill in the shadow. Almost as if your light has drawn them to you.
Oh shit.
You see it burst out of the shadow down the end of the hallway. This massive monstrosity, a carrion crawler crawling across the ceiling, moving at lightning speed towards you. You chuckle now, but as you do, you look over its shoulder and there you see another one on the floor, crawling across the ground. You then look over to the left, just so, and as you do, you see a third carrion crawler emerge from the shadow, crawling across the floor and on the wall. And then all three of them are bursting out of the darkness, moving down this tunnel towards all of you. I need everyone to please roll me initiative.
Damn.
You keep moving me out from that corner.
20.
19.
23.
19.
Hold on.
I'm using physical dice tonight.
Misty, you got a 19.
No, I got 23.
And Giacomo, you got what?
19.
That was who got the 19. Look at that. So 19, not 10. There we go. Alright, so up first, Misty, you're first. You see these three carrion crawlers, one on the ceiling, this 20-foot tall ceiling, skittering and moving as fast as it can towards the party. You see another one on the floor, skittering, these large antennae coming off of their faces, whipping and whirling around. You know these to be paralyzing and having these almost like a paralyzing mucus-like effect. Back into it.
So
Thank you.
I casted aid on Giacomo and so
Well, it's not
and
your
that's really the only thing that you missed.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not your
Well, it's
turn.
Misty's turn technically still, so give me a second. Give me 1 second, okay? Let me grab my book.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, Jason. I mean, it's going to take your action to cast that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, guys. Go ahead,
Okay.
Misty.
I want to move. I need to be within 30 feet
Mm-hmm.
of these people. Can I get there? Or like the front one?
No. You would not be able to get there. Mostly because it's 60 feet from you to them. So if you use your entire action and bonus action, well, no, your movement, then your action, you could do that, but then you'd have a bonus action, or you could dash during your bonus action.
So it's 60 feet to them?
Mm-hmm. From where
Okay.
you are.
Yeah,
From
well,
where
I just
you
need to
are.
be within 30 feet of them.
Yeah,
Okay. Then let me
So,
just see. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So
and I can move 30 feet.
right there.
So I'm in
You're like
range.
right on. So you're right along the edge of the wall, kind of facing towards one of them as they're skittering and clawing their way across the ceiling.
I'll go ahead and attack it.
All right, let me know how much damage you deal.
Yeah, well, hopefully I hit it first. Does a 19 hit?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Okay, well, I don't have sneak attack, do I?
No.
No. Okay, so it's just a stupid D6 plus 4. So 8 damage. And then I will.
Actually, you know what? I'll say because of the fact that
that I was around the corner.
Yeah, you get sneak attack damage. So go ahead and roll. Because it's like you're like popping out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm about to run, and I'm gonna run back there too. So. So that was 8 plus. Let's see, 11. So 19. So 21 damage.
So you deal 31 in total overall.
No. 21 damage total.
Okay.
But 8 plus 11, so 19 plus 2, so yeah, 21.
Okay.
And then I'm going to run back around the corner.
All right.
With my bonus action.
All right. Now it's Lesra's turn. So, Lesra, you use your what again?
Cast Aid is my action.
Okay.
On me, Giacomo, and 13.
Okay. All right. So the three of you have it. All right.
Yeah.
Is that all you want to do?
I'm going to look at what I have for bonus actions. Whether I want spiritual weapon or not.
It's always a good thing to use.
Yeah, so I'm going to cast spiritual weapon, and I should be able to hit the first one.
Yeah. Okay.
It has. Actually, yeah, I should be able to hit the second one because it has a 60-foot range to cast. So I'm gonna hit the one with the red circle if I can.
Okay.
And that's a 27 to hit.
That hits.
And then we'll see what damage I do. And I had 6 damage. It's not much.
All right.
So
every little bit helps.
That's my turn. And I have to use my D4.
Suchi, it's your turn. What are you gonna do?
Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm still on the ground, right?
No, well, yes. As of right now, you are.
I'm gonna crawl over here. Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to stand up.
Alright, so that's, so now you can't move anywhere else. Now what are you gonna do?
I'm going to pull out my shield and shoot to the stub of an arm that I have.
You're gonna what? You're gonna strap it to the arm?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
He lashes it to his arm.
And then I'm gonna pull out my mace.
Alright. So that will count all as your movement, is kind of drawing that stuff out. I'll still give you an action.
I can't remember. Is he a barbarian or what is he?
Fighter.
What's up?
I think there's the dodge action as well.
What did you burn the shit? Oh, it's stuck to your fingers.
Oh, no, I have an arm.
You need to use acetone. Fingernail polish remover. That's funny as shit.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Ryan.
My bad. Sorry, guys.
And you know what? Considering everything I've been through, I'm gonna use my final action. I'm just gonna full on. You know what? I think it's time. Lesra, you haven't seen this. I think it's time to change.
So you transform.
I feel taller already.
So you see, Lesra, you see Suchi in front of you start to growl a little bit. His teeth slowly start to get elongated. The skin on his face looks like it's tearing away and popping at what almost looks like a seams. You see him reach up and grab onto his flesh and pull down. As he does, you see it's almost like this magical transformation as the skin is gingerly pulled away from what appears to be this bear-like fur, as this hulking mass emerges out of this humanoid form with a bear like beast missing a left arm completely. Even though he turns into a werebear, he still misses his left arm. And he's still wearing all of the clothes on him. His body just enlarges. It almost looks like he purposely wears a size shirt larger and pants larger just so he can fill in when he needs to.
Exact opposite of Incredible Hulk. Just more clothes that would just split.
Suchi, is there anything that you would have done during anything else that you would have done during your turn?
No, that's about it. I'm just ready for it now.
Okay. So Giacomo, it's your turn, and then up next is the carrion crawlers.
So Giacomo doesn't have any ranged weapons that really would do anything great. So I would get his...
Insults.
Huh?
I said he has insults.
I do. That's what I was going to say. I would move as close as I can get to attack range. And I will use the spell... I'm gonna use Bestow Curse. No, it's a touch spell. Can't. Crap. I'll just hit it with Vicious Mockery. That's fine. So I look at the carrion crawler with the yellow ring in front.
So are you moving up? Because you just said you move up to hit it.
I have to get as close as I can. The spell Vicious Mockery has, I think, a 60-foot range. So I would just... Well, actually, I could cast it from where I'm at. Yeah. I'm within range. Okay. So yeah, I point forward at the carrion crawler at the yellow ring, and I say,
listen here, you poop bug. We're going to squish you back in the crap.
And it's going to take 1d4 damage, which I'll roll. 2 damage, psychic.
And you're dealing this one to the front one?
Yeah, yellow ring.
All right. So, it looks a little hurt. It's not looking like it's at its best. It's the carrion crawler's turns.
Yep.
I don't know if your weapon gets to make an attack of opportunity.
My spiritual weapon, no. I get to move it for 20 feet without recasting it, but I don't get an opportunity.
It doesn't get an opportunity attack.
No.
Does the yellow one have to make save?
Hold on. 30, so this one's going to be on you, Suchi.
Oh. So does the yellow and blue one have to make a save for the marbles?
One was on the ceiling.
Yeah, the only one that would be the red one.
About to attack me.
Yeah.
So I don't know, do carrion crawlers have dex saves?
If it's got legs, it's got dex saves.
Let's see what I got here. So it got a 21 on its dex save. So I guess because of all of its feet, it just skitters across. And what it's actually going to do is with its tentacles. It is going to make one of them is going to make two attacks onto Suchi. Okay, and
remember that one has disadvantage because of the vicious mockery.
Okay. Let's see here. It got a 20.
And then Lesra, don't forget you have Bardic Inspiration for saves.
So it got a 20 even with disadvantage.
Damn.
Wait, which one? The red one?
The yellow, the one with the yellow ring. This.
Oh, that one passed.
Okay.
So
which one is attacking right now?
Give me 1 second. So this one right here, the one that's yellow with the black line around it, that looks like a bumblebee.
Yep.
That one is attacking Suchi.
Okay.
So the first one is a tentacle swing. So it swings its tentacle at you, Suchi, for a 9. Does a 9 hit you? It's a critical fail for them trying to hit you.
Oh, the attack is a 9?
Yes.
That does not hit.
Okay. And then it lunges out for a bite for a 15.
That also does not hit.
All right. So the second carrion crawler beneath Suchi is going to attack him. Okay. And that one got a critical hit for its tentacle strike, which is a 28 to hit.
Ooh.
And then for its bite attack, it got a 7. So it is going to lay into you for... Wow, okay, that's not a big deal. 7 points of damage.
That
With
was
this
a
tentacle
crit
strike.
hit?
Yeah, that was its crit hit, yeah. Problem is, okay, you must now roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Haha.
I got an 18.
Okay, so you are good. Okay. You do not have to worry about this. That one ends its turn. The orange/red carrion crawler is attacking Lesra.
Yep.
Reaction, protection, roll with disadvantage.
Okay. For both attacks.
Wow.
It's a disadvantage on the attack roll. I don't know if it's each.
It'd just be one.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one or the second one?
I'm assuming the second one is bite, so the second one.
Okay. So the first one, Lesra, is a tentacle strike that comes at you with a 15.
It doesn't hit.
Then the second one is a bite, even with disadvantage, is an 18.
Doesn't hit.
All right. Well, that sucks for me. So now it is Misty's turn. Misty, what are you gonna do?
I will, from where I am, I'll shoot the one at the top of the screen.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay, so go ahead and roll. You're like the orange one, right? Go ahead and roll me an attack check.
The one up at the top, yeah.
Yep.
And I get advantage on that. Well,
yeah, it's within 5 feet of me.
I get advantage on that. Let's see what it's gonna do here on the dice. Yeah, that 24.
That hits.
And
roll me that damage.
Yup. Let's see what that. Oh, 9 plus 9 plus. Oh, come on, jerks. 9 plus 7 plus 8. So that'll be 17 damage.
Whoo-wee. Jeez, dude. Good job. They're hurt.
And I will scoot. I will scoot down, and I'll try. Well, there's really nowhere to hide, is there?
No. There's nothing here.
I'll still scoot back a little bit.
Okay. Like, literally, the best thing for you here is sticking to the shadows and, like, using your corners.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try. Well, I guess let me move to the right and try and like stick on that corner.
Okay, over
I
here.
think the one guy can. Now let me go straight down.
Okay.
Towards that corner, and that'll be it.
All right. Lesra, it's your turn. Suchi, you're up.
I am gonna cast Toll the Dead on the one that, like, on top of me.
Yeah, go ahead.
And did it roll? D&D Beyond.
Yeah, you got an 18.
Okay. It didn't
you hit.
come.
You hit.
Okay, and the DC is.
Hold on, you rolled 2d12s.
Yeah, because it's already taken damage.
Yeah, but you gotta roll to hit it first.
No, Toll Dead has a DC. The DC is 16. For con. So they need to roll a con save and get at least 16 to avoid the damage. No, wisdom, sorry.
Wisdom, yeah.
Wisdom.
Okay.
Sorry, I was looking at word radius.
An 11.
So that they fail, so they take the damage.
Alright.
And then I don't think I can move the spiritual weapon to hit the one that.
You can, as a bonus action, you can move it 30 feet.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna move it to hit the one that's furthest away. So the one that's closest to the weapon that's already taken damage.
Yeah, you get it to about right there.
So I'll roll. So I can't hit it.
No, it's just out of its reach.
Okay.
5 feet away.
So, okay. Well, that's my action and my bonus.
Suchi, it's your turn. Giacomo, you're up next.
Alright. I'm gonna attack the yellow one.
Okay.
Because I'm a fighter, I have extra attack, so I'm basically gonna hit him twice.
Mm-hmm. You want to action surge and get it hit him 3 times?
No, because level 5 fighter, if I take an attack, I basically get another action for an attack.
Yeah, you get 2 attacks in 1 round.
No, I always had 2 attacks in 1 round.
I know. Again, and then if you burn the ability action surge, it gives you a 3rd action, which you can use as an attack.
No, it's the extra attack, no action. You can attack twice whenever you take the attack action on your turn.
I know.
Because I'm a fighter.
Just do what you want to do.
Just do what you're gonna do.
Yeah, 2 different things. Does a 22 hit?
It most certainly does.
Alright, I'm gonna do the second one. 15?
Hits.
Alright, I'm gonna roll the damage for the yellow. 9 for the first hit. 6 for the second hit.
Okay.
Alright. For my second action,
Looking rough.
I'm gonna go after the blue one.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, I'm going to bite with my face.
Okay, hold on. So, every time you get an action, doesn't mean that when you take an attack action, you get 2 more attack actions. Do you understand?
What?
The max amount of attack actions you should be able to make, as of right now, would be 2. Like, 2 attacks in 1 round. Unless you burn an action surge, which then gives you 3.
No, I'm looking at the fighter stat.
Yeah, I know.
You can attack twice whenever you take the attack action. No action for extra attack.
Again, okay. If, for instance, in your extra attack, okay, so when you would go to take an action, okay, outside of a normal action, so like, for instance, when you're playing a fighter, or playing a monk, or playing a barbarian, or whatever, okay, you don't get, with extra attack, you don't get an additional free attack every time you would get a normal attack. Do you understand? So in 1 turn, your character should only be able to attack 2 times, and then by spending, okay, an ability, okay, like, could be a bonus action, which is a way to get, like, you know, with a finesse weapon and whatnot, is a way to get an extra attack, or through a reaction, which could give you an additional attack. Otherwise, okay, by spending what's called action surge, okay, it auto gives you 1 additional thing that you get to use, okay, that can be used, for instance, like, what is it, pushing you beyond your limits, your normal limits, okay, which allows you to take 1 additional action, okay, which means that you basically get 1 thing that you get to do, like attacking, it could be dodging, using like a disengage, okay, but you only get 1, so the max that you should be able to get on any given turn should be 3. And that's if you're using that ability that can only be used.
So
once.
unless he has 2-weapon fighting and he's using his bonus action to do his offhand attack, or if he has if his bite is considered a bonus action.
Correct.
So if he was doing 2-weapon attacks, that would be his regular fighter action economy, and then he would have either a bonus action offhand attack,
Correct.
or if the bite is a bonus action, would be bonus action.
Correct, but it's not. Sorry, it took me a while to explain that.
Oh, you're good.
I've never played fighter before.
It's okay. I didn't know how powerful they were until I just built this new fighter that I played. Like, it's like a rogue ranger fighter build.
They're pretty unpowerful
Yeah.
at doing one thing.
But anyway, buddy, so Again, unfortunately, you can't make the bite action onto the carrion crawler unless you burn your action surge.
Okay.
Do you want to save it or do you want to burn it? I mean, it's all up to you, man. Whatever you want to do.
No, I'll still save it. Okay. So, okay, I guess that ends my turn.
Don't forget, you still have your boomstick.
Yeah, but I got one off.
True.
Burn an action for that. No, I'm good.
Okay. So now it is Giacomo's turn.
Alright, so Giacomo wants to get within weapon range of the closest carrion crawler, which I guess would be the orange one.
Yes.
So I'm having trouble moving, but you might have to move it.
So you're moving up to it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get right up in its face.
Giacomo is gonna grit his teeth together and he's gonna say something in Undercommon. Just something that he would have heard on the Eye Catcher the few times he would have visited the Dark Elves to see Jarlaxle Baneray. And in Drow, he's gonna say, victory in viciousness through might. And I take the two rapiers and thrust them forward in like an X-like pattern, trying to thrust up into the chest or the carapace of this carrion crawler's insect-like body. So, 2 attacks.
Go for it.
First one's a 19 on die, and my rapier, I think, is a plus.
It hits. Don't even bother. Don't even waste your breath. I'll tell you.
Second one's a 14 on die, and okay, and it's 1d8 plus 3 for those rapiers.
You do your third attack. The finesse one, I think you have.
I don't get a third attack.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know. Because I thought as a bonus action you could get another one, but I forgot.
No, I have 2 weapon fighting, so the bonus action is the offhand attack.
Okay. So how much damage do you deal?
7 for the first attack. And 5 for the second.
So you pull these 2 rapiers out and you lunge forward, and the tentacles swing down and try and wrap over top of your rapier, and you kind of like twist and whip your wrist around. It kind of like wraps up these tentacles, and you sidestep in and lunge forward and drive this rapier all the way up to the hilt through its gooey eyeball, and you plunge it through its skull as all of this liquid spills out across the your right hand and down into the grip of your rapier. It's just this nasty, putrid stench that just rolls off this creature's body and onto you. And you have completely just obliterated this carrion crawler as it slunks to the ground, hitting the stone and just kind of molding itself in. Just the flesh and goo and stench is just pouring into the floor. Good job, man. Congratulations. You killed your first monster of the first game. As for, is there anything else you want to do?
No, that's it.
Okay. It is Carrion Crawler's turns. Carrion Crawler 1 is going to take its actions.
Hey, thanks for tuning in, CBH Gamer 12.
All right. So the first carrion crawler, the orange and black one, is going to make a tentacle attack and then a bite attack. So the first one is a... Oh my god, dude, they do not like you. A critical hit, Sushi. With the tentacle. So I need you to roll me a Constitution. And then the carrion crawler got a 23 to hit on its bite attack. The second one is going after you and gets a 21 for an attack, and then a 21 for a bite.
Well, all right then.
Yep.
Dirty 20 for con.
All right, so you're good then. Damn it. It's so annoying. Fail your Constitution saving throw, please. All right.
What's not?
So...
God, it's con and strength.
So, for the first tentacle, you get slapped, alright, and instantly take 3 points of damage. And then it lunges out and scratches you with one of its claws for 3 points of slashing damage. And then the other carrion crawler is crawling up on the wall, and then like down off the ceiling and down onto you. And its tentacle comes across your back and slaps you into the back. Please roll me a Constitution saving throw. And then drops down and bites you. That's a fail. And it bites into you, and it deals you 9 points of damage. Dave, because of your... And let me just double check. Okay, cool. Yeah. So every time these tentacles hit you, you have to roll a Constitution saving throw of a DC of a 13. Okay, or be poisoned for 1 minute until this poison ends. You are considered paralyzed. You can no longer move, speak, or perform any actions. The good news is, at the end of every turn, okay, of every one of its turns, meaning yours, you may roll a Constitution saving throw to resist the poison and to become basically immune for like 24 hours.
Cool.
So, unfortunately,
is he poisoned or paralyzed?
He's poisoned, which the poison is paralyzing effect. It's a paralytic effect.
Gotcha.
I think I said that right. Paralytic, or is it
Yeah, it's a paralytic.
So it bites out onto you, and they are going to end their turn. It is now Misty's turn. Lesra, you're up next, and then Suchi, and then Giacomo.
So the one at the top is dead, right? Even though it's still chilling. Okay.
Yeah, there's a giant X over it.
Oh.
I will scooch up to the top right. Well, not like the top right of this little hallway I'm in.
Yeah.
And I want to shoot the orange and black one.
Okay, roll me a attack check. I'll let you get.
I don't actually have advantage, even though there's somebody 5 feet within me. Or are we doing flanking rolls or whatever?
Well, flanking has to be like. Yeah.
I just took on my sneak attack. Someone's within 5 feet. I just don't get advantage on the attack.
Yeah, just I'm gonna have to look up some stuff after today.
Yeah, I mean I get my sneak attack anyway, but it's gonna be. What is that? That's not gonna hit. I don't think. Does a 13 probably doesn't hit, does it?
Add a D4 to it.
It does
Okay.
hit.
Okay, cool. I forgot about that D4 thing. I haven't had to use it yet.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Okay, so that's going to be 4 plus 4, so 8. 18 and 19 damage.
All right. And what are you using to kill it?
My crossbow.
All right. You wing around the corner and you see this carrion crawler.
Well, what I want wanted to do was I didn't want to go like around the corner. I wanted to go to like that back, like the other corner.
Okay. I got you.
Stay
So, like,
in the hallway.
Yeah, so like you like tuck yourself on the back edge, kind of leaning up against the wall, and you've got just enough sight of this carrion crawler, and you see it's about to slurry itself around Suchi and kind of like go down and grab him and start pulling him across the floor. And as this happens, you like lean over up against the wall and just kind of pull your crossbow out and just gingerly pull that trigger, and thkink, instantly the bolt flies to the air and pierces through the cranial skull of this carrion crawler. And because it's such an, it's most of its threats deals with like paralyzing. It doesn't have like this hard exterior. It's kind of like this fleshy maggot like kind of like exterior. So like it goes into this flesh and digs deep and instantly pierces as blood starts to curdle. And it's like blood is this weird color, like this green color. It's gross, dude. Yeah. And so the third carrion crawler is starting to freak out now.
Well, I want to move, and then I want to move. I still have movement left, so I'm going to go back in that bottom left corner.
Okay. It is now Lesra's turn. What are you gonna do?
I am going to do this backwards so that I can do what I want to do with my spiritual weapon because it's now close enough.
Yeah, so you move it up.
And 26 hit.
Most definitely.
And 6 damage. But then I can cast Toll the Dead, which is what I wanted to do. And
hold on. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a cantrip, not a spell.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. So it does an extra 9 damage, so 15 damage total.
Nice.
Wisdom save first.
Oh yeah, wisdom save for over 16. Sorry.
It fails. So it takes it. Good job. Alright. Suchi, your turn, and it ends. Please roll me a Constitution saving throw. And Giacomo, you're up next.
That was so close to being a 1.
Whew, what did you get?
Dirty 20.
Nice. You are no longer paralyzed. But it is the end of your turn. So, Giacomo, what are you going to do?
Giacomo is going to play hero again, and he is going to use his full movement to approach the other carrion crawler and say,
"One's pure luck. 2 is skill. Come on, Giacomo. Go in for the kill."
And
that was pretty good. I'll give you a point of inspiration. That was I like that, dude.
Thank you, DM. So yeah, I'm gonna rush in and same thing, double-crossed rapiers to the carapace underside of the chest of this carrion crawler.
All right, roll me 2 attack checks, please.
First one's a 19 on die, plus my
Hit.
attack on those is a +6.
Yeah, you're good. You hit.
Second one is a 9 on die, +6.
Oh, +6?
Yes.
Okay, that hits. So both of them hit.
First
how much
attack
damage
is
you
going to be a 9.
Okay.
Second attack is going to be 8.
All right. It's looking pretty beat. It's looking hurt. It's the carrion crawler's turn. It's going to focus on Suchi. It's gonna tunnel vision on him.
Yes.
As long as it stays away from me, I'm okay.
Suchi does a 14 hit and does a 10 hit.
I don't think either of them hit.
No.
Both of them miss.
Yep.
Okay. Then that ends its turn. Misty, what are you gonna do, dude? It's your turn. Your allies are in combat with with these three massive.
Can I go back to the same spot I was at before and still see that guy? It's pretty big, right?
I'll give it.
I can always move up, like around the other side. I'm gonna run back. I mean, I'm just gonna run back to where I was. So.
Yeah, so.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but yeah, you can see it. That's fine. I'll say sure.
That's gonna be 23 to hit.
That hits.
And oh god. 5 plus 9, 15, 17 damage.
Jeez Louise.
Whoa!
I rolled a 1 on my actual crossbow.
Thank you for sneak attack.
Like you just shot it right in the eyeball, and it screeches and its tentacles are flailing about, and its like little mouth pincers are kind of like chittering and chattering and scraping, and it looks like it's in massive pain. It's wincing. It's like if it could shed a tear, it would be shedding a tear right now.
I rolled
through hell.
I rolled 13 on my. It's 3d6. I rolled 13 on my sneak attack, and then I rolled a 1 on my dice for my actual weapon.
Oh my god, that sucks. All right, Lesra, it's your turn.
I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead.
All right,
and hopefully it will
kill that shit.
5.
Kill that shit.
Dang it.
Maybe it will pass.
16 wisdom.
It fails.
Does 5 kill it? Or do I need to do a bonus attack?
So what are you doing again? A
Toll the
spell?
Dead.
I told the dead, but I only rolled a 5.
Wow.
So you all hear the sound of this bell in the distance. This ding,
Nice.
ding, ding, and then all of a sudden you hear this loud, deafening ding, and then all of a sudden the carrion crawler's head explodes in front of all of you as like this massive ringing and singing sound is echoing the halls. If you were trying to be quiet, you lost that kind of edge of surprise.
That was epic, DM.
Thank you. But you guys have left combat, and I'll put these aside as XP counters. Actually, let me just check something.
So, is this going to be XP based instead of milestone based?
Everything is XP based.
Nice.
So who gets? So if I get the kill, does that mean that?
No. No, I am not doing that. You're like, damn it.
So you're taking monster CR level and then dividing the total by the party?
No, there's an actual XP value for every single monster.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like if we killed 3 carrion crawlers, you would take, let's say it's 100 XP for each, so that would be 300. And then do you divide that by 6 people, or are you dividing? Yep. Okay, so then each person would only get a 1/6 of that 300?
Yep.
Okay.
So
I think whoever kills it should get the XP.
Then you get all of the XP left.
Exactly.
That's a feat.
Are we keeping on, or are we wrapping up, DM?
Oh, we're keeping on.
Okay, just checking.
It is 10 o'clock. In case anybody needs to hop off.
We'll go for like another 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. So,
I'm not good at these things.
So, you might want to use second wind, and I'm gonna do something to heal you.
Do we want to take a short rest?
That's up to y'all.
Well, because if we do, I can do Song of Rest for anybody that's hurt. I mean, I didn't get scratched.
I didn't get scratched either. That's why I didn't want to. That's why I didn't want to blow my channel divinity, because I was hoping more of you would take damage.
So here's something that's kind of cool. Each carrion crawler, okay, like each of them is valued at around 450 experience points, and literally because there was 3 of them, you get adjusted XP bonus because 3 makes it harder. So you basically get 1,350 divided by, how many are there? 4 of you?
Yeah.
There's 4
Each of you get, and it's rounded. We do rounded down here. We don't do rounded up. So it'd be 337 experience.
So do we track that on our own character sheets?
Yes, you are going to track that on your own character sheets. I need to look up.
If you turn on XP based leveling on D&D Beyond, you can track it.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, I mean,
It's good to know.
oh, some people might not have known that.
Rather than milestone stuff or whatever.
Yeah, I think mine is set to milestone, so I gotta change it then.
It's always set to milestone.
Yeah, I mean, most of the campaigns we play are milestones.
So all of you should automatically start off with 6,500 experience points. To get to level 6, you will need 14,000.
And so does that include the 337? No.
So right now, yes, y'all's 6,500 experience points is what you should already have, and then you add your 3
plus 337.
Yeah, 337 plus 337.
Somebody take note of that because I'm trying to update mine real quick.
Well, I can do it to your character sheet if you want me to.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
I'll just do it later.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it later when I.
Well, yeah, because like technically the knight's still young, so y'all could end up getting more experience points. Yeah. And you do not level up. Okay, and here's the thing. Also, since we're on the topic, okay, 2 things. All right, this is something that will be followed through. You do not level up until you get a full long rest of 8 hours, unless you're an elf. Then it's 4. Second thing. Okay. I am only going to offer this once to every single one of you. And then once it's on the table and you give me your answer, it is removed from the table and you will never get it back. I will be giving out a 10% experience bonus for anyone, okay, that agrees to these terms. Anyone participating will get this 10% bonus under the stipulations that you all agree. And this is more like supposed to be like the group votes and the group agrees to do this, because I don't want to be like, oh, everybody gets this, but this player gets a 10% bonus. I don't want to do that. Okay, so the party has to collectively agree. Death saves. Death saves are very critical. When a player dies, they have to roll a d20. On a 1 or a 10, they pass. No, they fail their death save. Mm-hmm. Anything above, they pass, right? You need 3, then you come back to life. Or you need 3 and you die.
Mm-hmm.
You can play what I like to call, and what others like to call, meat grinder mode. Meat grinder mode is a stipulation. Whenever you would die and you would go into death saves, you now have to get a 15 or better.
I mean, you can still be resurrected, right? Yeah.
Yes, but
Yeah.
at the cost of thousands of gold and having to go get those items in order to resurrect your ally. It's not cheap bringing someone back from the dead.
No,
It's
but-
cheap. It's cheap in the beginning.
Yeah.
When if you're there within the first minute or so.
Yeah.
But everything after that, no, you're
It's
screwed.
very expensive. Yeah. What do you guys think? I'm down.
For what?
Do we have to decide this right now?
The
You do
meat
not have
grinder-
to. You do not have to decide this right now.
Yeah.
If you decide this, okay. Oh, you changed it over to milestone. Okay.
Well, we would need 4 votes to make it official.
Well, yeah. Well, I need everyone's vote on
Well,
this.
we
and
also
everyone
need the
has to-
other, the other people that are with us.
Yep. How do I add experience points to character sheets?
It's if you go in, it's right underneath where you set your level, and then it says like add XP.
Yeah.
Well, then it'll probably have to be
Ryan probably has to do it.
Ryan has to do it. Yeah.
We can just track it. It's fine. And you can track it, and we can all track it. You know.
I've already added my.
So what was the total we were supposed to have? I'm sorry, DM.
337.
Plus the original what?
It's the
6837 is what you have now.
6837 is what you should have right now. And now understand that, like, the less amount of people that play each game, right? So
More XP.
Yep. So also, the more people that play, the less experience you get.
But the more likely we are to survive.
Correct.
Can I have a session just with me?
That's meat grinder mode right there.
Yeah, but you're in a bright lit area.
Nah, not if I don't have the shield with me. I mean, that's not my shield.
Yeah, it's my shield.
That's Lezer's shield.
There's torches
And
everywhere.
I have a bunch of stuff that protects me.
There's burning bodies. And then go in.
So these large corpses of these carrion crawlers sit before you with this paralytic toxin oozing off their tentacles. What are you guys gonna do?
I'm stepping. I'm gonna avoid the crap out of these things.
Okay. So yeah, there's like a 5-foot gap that you can get through that they're just not there.
Yeah, I'll like go through the gap, jump over, whatever. I'm not touching any of these things. They look gross.
What are the rest of you guys
I'm
gonna
not immune
do?
to poison or anything, so.
Everybody, roll me a perception check.
22.
17.
Add my D4 to that.
Oh, I didn't even add my D4. On D4.
18.
How long does that bond thing last?
10 minutes, which is kind of as long as the DM says it is.
16, and then if I can add the D4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try
That's
it.
going to be 20. Perception. 20.
Hopefully you all can see all that.
I might have to move the screen a little.
Trying out a new tool. It's kind of being finicky. It's the polygon reveal tool.
Oh, nice.
Can y'all see the room ahead of you?
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean, I have to wait for the map to move on the Twitch.
Yeah, that's me. I'm trying to move it slowly. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
There
No,
we go. It's
I'm not
doing it
worried.
now. It's Veta King. It's Veta King.
Ryan, did you say you had teal dice? You have dice like that?
Yeah, they're turquoise. They're actually like real turquoise. It's crazy.
Oh.
Ridiculous. But yeah, teal is a cool color for dice. Like UNC colors.
Son of a bitch.
Sweet. That room looks wicked. There's like a swirling snake statue thingy.
Hold on, my above VTT kicked me out.
Yeah.
It was having problems loading.
We might have to find a way to res the map down for you or fix your grid. And I can help you with the grid off game, like lining it up. Because I think it's just too many squares for your map scale.
Yeah, because like my gaming PC is having some trouble with it.
Yeah.
Hey, Thomas, where did you get... obviously, I don't know anything about the rooms. I don't know what's going on in Scout's Honor. But did you...
I got it from a Reddit website.
If you send me the link to that, I'll res it down in Photoshop to a low resolution file, so it'll still have the same number of squares and the same grid. That way you don't have to redo your tokens. Like you should... so I'll just get it to be a little bit easier for everybody. It'll be because this is like a high definition map, which is awesome. Yeah. But it's also probably like 20,000 pixels by 20,000 pixels versus like 800 by 800.
Like it's got like every room's like specific detail in the book, like
for the entire Mage, like all the floors and everything.
No, just level 1.
Oh,
no, he's got all the levels.
I've got every level
on this one scene.
No.
Oh my god, what is going on with my computer?
Is this so? Floor 1 is its own scene in VTT.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah.
So right now, Waterdeep Dungeon Mad Mage campaign on D&D Beyond is not responding.
Yeah, it's dude, it is the map-a-rooney, man. Although. Can you just get... All right, hey, let me teach you a trick real quick. Go in and refresh your screen to get back into the campaign, but go like you're going to add a scene, and you can use maps from the book instead, and it'll be a little bit smaller map res. Because all the campaigns are preset and preloaded in above VTT. It's just going to be the black and white maps without the colors and stuff.
So we can figure.
Yeah, I mean, I can
it's
just...
almost 10:30, so...
Yeah, do you just want to call it a night?
I have to, because this is annoying.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to load up for anything. Then.
I'm going to cast Channel Divinity before we take a short rest, just to heal up.
So basically, just to kind of fill you guys in, because I'll just tell you kind of what you guys see. I'm trying to close out some tabs so that way I can like easily load up stuff, because I don't want it to like get bogged down. All right, here we go. It's working a little bit better now. I just can't have like 12 tabs open.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It will.
Yeah.
Okay, I healed you for 13 points.
Thank you kindly.
So I am going to let you guys know that there are actually 2 secret doors. So there is one here. Hopefully that picks up. Damn it.
Yeah, it's running a lot beefier now.
There's one there. And there's one here.
I didn't... Okay.
So they are secret doors that are hidden. This door right here, okay, you can see what appears to be in the cut alcove where one of the demons are, is actually an alcove that has what appears to be 2 holes that have been kind of drilled through the wall, where it looks like somebody would look through. And then there's an alcove where there's a small Kenku bird pointing to the alcove over here on the bottom left.
Yeah, I think you had described that to us before the carrion crawlers started to attack.
Not the secret doors, but the alcove. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha.
And off in the distance, you see, based off of what you rolled, you see a bugbear here ahead of you in the room ahead, and you see god damn it, another bugbear here. And when they see you, they instantly run, going down this other corridor over here.
They run away from us?
Yes, they run away from you.
That can't be good.
I know what I want to do.
Misty wishes to give chase.
No, Misty wishes to shoot.
Well, honestly, you just see them, and they're gone. Like, they basically saw you before you saw them, and the moment that they saw you, they just bolted.
Okay.
But they headed this way.
I was going to say, before we finish up all the way, and I forget, I was just waiting for a moment to make mention of it. Shuchi, in addition to the other stuff from the short rest, you would also get the Song of Rest. I would kind of lightly strum on my lute, and you get to add additional with your healing from your hit dice. So give me 1 second, I'll tell you what it is.
We haven't taken the short rest yet. So
okay.
Just whenever we do.
When we do, yes.
Yeah.
And for those of you who would go to the what is known as Hall of Many Pillars, at the west end of a 20-foot wide hall, stairs descend 10 feet down to a room lined with pillars. Similar, there are staircases that descend into the room from 10-foot wide tunnels leading north, west, and south. These demon reliefs are carved into the walls that all of you are walking down. You see a hidden passageway that the Kenku is pointing to, and you see a mosaic behind one of the demon reliefs that appears to be a passageway. You see further down into this larger room, this what appears to be a 40-foot by 40-foot room, is a massive snake skeleton. This giant constrictor snake coiled up. The top half of it, is wrapped around the northernmost pillar, neatly constructed and placed and collected. It stands aloft. You see a warning of some kind painted on a wall. The words written say, "Certain death this way."
Nice.
And it would be carved and painted into the southeasternly wall. So the bottom right. Is there anything that you wish to do? And if you want, we can have you guys end in the hallway, or you can end into that room. Or do you want to keep going? Again, there's a secret door here, down to the bottom that y'all are at, and right to the right past the carrion crawlers.
So, go ahead, sorry.
I'd say we're probably in a good spot, like right here.
To stop? That's fine.
Just because it's in a big open area, then we can, we got a little more
and we can we can take a short rest, and then next week, if the rest of the party is here, we can move on.
Yeah, maybe they can catch up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need the rest or anything, so I'm good. But I assume some people do.
Yeah, maybe we could use Shuchi getting healed up.
Yeah.
Hell, y'all could go back up to the surface.
I could use an ale.
I mean, you're literally right there. You just pay a gold, go back up, get some drinks.
Actually, so now that you say that,
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, Giacomo is going to suggest
what I'm saying?
to
like literally, it's like, and I'm not trying to knock anything that you guys want to do. Like, y'all are more than welcome to camp down here. No one's gonna stop you besides the monsters and the random encounters that occur.
So that way,
so Giacomo is gonna
Giacomo
is gonna say,
"Hey, look, seeing as we just ran into our friend Shuchi and all, and he probably hasn't had a good night's sleep in a warm bed for a while, why don't we make our way back to the Yawning Portal, settle up at Trollskull Manor, maybe talk shop over drinks and dinner, have a good night's rest, and think about what we're going to do when we come back. Besides, I think there's a few things I could buy at the Bent Nail that would help us down here. I'm feeling a bit light on opportunities to help, especially when we get in a tangle."
You need to get yourself a crossbow, dude.
I was thinking the same thing.
So
I'm fine with going back up.
So, and here's the thing, right? So this is the dynamic that I love about this dungeon, right? It's beneath y'all's freaking feet. Like, literally, depending on how far into the dungeon you go, like, it literally could be like, oh, you know what? We're what, one floor away? Like, let's backtrack to this one location and use that as, like, our home base. Or you could be like, you know what? We've got enough time. Let's go back to the surface, right? How much gold did we make? Like, literally, y'all just killed those 3 carrion crawlers. Okay. Had you found some other loot other than what you've already found, right? You could literally go back up, pay for that 1 gold away, and just keep doing this over and over and over again, clearing each floor every single day. You know, once, of course, you get to a certain point that you're so deep that you can't turn around without having an actual encounter, because you have to realize that, like, you know, those carrion crawlers, they were in this area. So
we'll be back at some point.
It's not even that. You just killed them. Like, what's going to fill that void? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going to get there? So, like, what I love about this whole dungeon dynamic is, right, if y'all go away for a certain amount of time, new things fill that area in.
Yeah.
So, like, what's cool is, like where y'all are going, right, y'all are right, like, no bullshit, y'all are right at the entryway of the dungeon. Y'all haven't even gone more than 100 feet into the dungeon. And this map is massive, guys. Like, and this is just the first floor. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, at some later points we'll have to camp down here, depending on where we are. But not, you know. I'm down with going back up if everyone else is.
Well, that way we can get the rest of the group.
Yep. And like, I mean, you know, Josh won't be attending hopefully he'll be here next game, but I do know without a shadow of a doubt that Ryan, due to work complications, will not be able to play on Monday for like a month. I think he's gonna get like 1 Monday or something like that he's gonna get. And so
I like stood her up and she went.
But so I mean,
so
this is what I like about this is like, say for instance, Giacomo, like, Ryan or Wes or Jason, like one of y'all's like, oh, you've got a complication. You literally can be like, oh, hey, because of said complication, I can't be there this game. And literally it's like, oh, okay, no big deal. Well, your character stays at the bar instead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes it really workable as like people who need to do other things. It kind of gives them that ability.
Okay, so are we going up or what are we doing? Because I gotta go to bed.
Yes, I think y'all said you were going up.
Yeah.
So all of you toss in another gold coin. So like you basically get back to the room, right? And when you get back to the room, what do you guys do?
Someone's got to get the bucket down.
yeah, so I guess we're gonna get a long rest, right? If
You
we
will.
go back
Are any of you guys calling for the bucket? Like any of y'all hollering out? Like,
yeah, so I'm gonna cast sending and send a message up for the bucket.
Okay.
To the bucket?
To the bucket. So
No,
the bucket
I'm gonna send it
with-
to Dugan, but
We have to
okay.
climb back up.
I was literally gonna say like the bucket messages you back and says this is such a birch.
No.
You
I just
messaged
didn't-
Dernan.
Yeah.
Sorry. So you messaged Dernan, and approximately 5 to 6 minutes later, y'all are patiently waiting, and this bucket slowly starts to descend out of the darkness from above you and down, and it hangs about 5 feet from the bottom, and the bucket shakes itself back and forth.
And I toss my gold coin in.
It shakes again.
I guess I could probably jump in there, but I'll just go ahead and toss my coin in.
All right, Giacomo, and I guess you throw yours in, and once you throw your third coin
Does
in,
Suchi have any money?
Suchi, yeah. Do you have any money?
Yes, I still have some money.
All right, you need to throw a gold coin in.
Okay.
If not, one of us can pay.
Yeah, so you throw 4 gold coins in. The bucket shakes one last time and then goes up into the air without.
I'm on the other side of the bucket from Suchi.
No, like you don't understand. Like if you were to get it, like try and get into the bucket, they'd like move it. They have to get their payment first.
No, that's not. No. I'm on the complete. I'm on the other side of the rope, like from Suchi. Like there's.
Okay, I got you. I know what you're saying. Yeah,
I need
that's
buffers.
too funny. I need buffers. Keep your distance.
I cast Blade Ward on myself before I get in the bucket.
Oh my God. So the bucket swings and smacks you in the face. No, I'm joking. So you guys, after another 6 or 7 more minutes, the bucket reappears and you climb in it, and you just feel this hoisting of what feels like 4 or 5 men, just pulling you guys up, and that is when you all get back to wrong map. That's the wrong map. To the yawning portal.
Is anyone cheering for us?
A bunch of people are like, yeah, I knew it. Yep, all right, they made it back. And a couple of people are like, that wasn't but 4 hours. You were just down there for 4 hours. Like, what happened? What did you see?
I love how the bar's empty. The tavern's empty. There's
I
no tokens.
Don't want to fill.
I know, I'm messing with you, dude.
At all right now, dude.
I know, I'm totally messing with you.
I've already done like 4 or 5 maps worth of 100 tokens apiece, learning and reading each room and knowing where each enemy is in each corner.
That's crazy,
like, dude. I don't want to do another map right now.
It's fine. So I vote we retire to 12 Skull, and Misty can retire to wherever Misty goes.
She secretly goes to Troll Skull.
Do we know that?
No.
So
She like splits off from y'all, but secretly she goes and chills in Skull.
So Giacomo says to
window and
Lesra,
well, we do have a bit of a predicament, you see.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Shuji's room used to be the basement cellar, for obvious reasons, of course, and...
Used to.
Oh, yes, I'm so sorry, Shuji. You see, in your absence, we've been doing the good Lord's work. Lesra has a free health clinic in the basement, where people can come and get healed.
You have a clinic next to Lift's dead body?
We didn't tell her about that, Shuji.
Hello?
And with the dead body, would the dead body still be there?
Yeah, it's buried in the wall.
It's buried in the wall.
buried in the wall.
Nice.
You didn't notice the plaque with his name on it?
There's stuff over top of it now.
Yeah, we have a bunch of beer kegs in front of it.
Yeah, and all of my alchemy equipment.
Yeah.
So I would just say
the whole tavern, this is the first time that you've been back to the tavern. And yeah, dude, it is super bustling. There are at least 8 or 9 customers in the tavern at any given time. There's the cook and the bartender who's going around.
Gilbert.
Yep. And then Liff is now taking people's jackets because it's the wintertime is finally starting to come to an end and the snow is slowly starting to finally stop. So people are still somewhat wearing their jackets. It's more rain jackets than it is the big fluffy ones. And Liff is putting everybody's jackets up and stoking the fire and opening doors and pouring drinks for people. So literally the bar is practically self-serving because a ghost is literally handling all of your pouring needs. But as for the financials, that's all of everybody else. So there are only currently, I think, 2 people that financially still have investment within the tavern.
Yeah, me and Olan.
Yeah.
Just me and Olan Reese.
Yeah. The basement has been completely refurbished. The entire tavern has been upgraded.
Speaking of which, can I roll a D100 for our income on the tavern?
No, because you already did.
Oh, okay.
So because of what I think it was Olan Reese did.
Yeah.
Because of the expenses that Olan Reese spent on Troll Skull, you all now have brand new siding, new slate roof, brand new furniture and beds, new tubs, new chairs, new stalls, new tables, new glassware. You have all new everything, carpets. You have a library now that's over here that has been completely upgraded. So it's like a study. You guys have these beautiful chairs, and there are a bunch of rooms that have become available for people to rent. And the number of customers has skyrocketed to such a degree that because of what he put into it, and because of the friendships, y'all make a total of 1d100 plus 40 gold.
My room's the exact same because it's barred from the inside.
Yeah.
And I have a random room on the second floor. I don't know which one it is. But...
I think I had put you in Upton's quarters because Upton had like a cloistered area for priestly type stuff, and we didn't know when he was coming back. There was a map with all the names on it. We can obviously relabel this later at some point.
Yeah,
so,
but that was Owlbear.
Owlbear,
Could
yeah.
label stuff. You can't label stuff on this map.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
So who gets the basement? Weswood's currently paying for it.
Well, I guess I can always go sleep or lift.
So
I
the turret tower is
right?
barely big enough for. Basically, the turret tower is like a 5 foot by 5 foot space. It's like would be just big enough for maybe your body, and there's no heat there, and it's literally a massive turret tower, so you're gonna be freezing cold.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I would say so. There are multiple rooms. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 other rooms available. Currently, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are being used. So, basically, the second floor and third floor, the 2 identical rooms that are almost matching on each floor, one has a balcony, one doesn't, are being used by patrons that rent them out. There is one room that is available. That's right here.
That was the one that Olan had. No, Olan had second floor.
Olan had third floor.
Yeah, I mean Upton. Excuse me. Upton had that.
Upton had this one.
And Olan had south.
Had this one over here.
Yeah.
But that one's being used by Olan, so there are still other guests that are residing within Troll Skull. So,
I mean, like I said, you can put me anywhere.
yeah.
I mean, are the walls stone?
All of the walls are stone. Yes, the interiors.
So we could mount some chains in the bedroom, right?
Technically, okay. So here's the thing, right? So if you wish to have things added or removed, right, like walls or what have you, you're going to have to talk to Ryan's character because he's the one that paid for everything. And I told him whatever financial changes you wish to make to this establishment, you can. For instance, if there's a wall that y'all wish to have constructed, you can have it put in. If there is a door, like for instance, in order to go to the second floor, you have to go outside. If you wanted to have that entire structure redone and have the stairwell go upstairs from the inside, you could do that. There's an issue though, and that is just speaking with Ryan about it. And then once those changes have been made and I've been notified, then we can possibly make some changes to the map and whatnot. But as of right now, Lift's corpse is in the basement wall right here.
Yep.
With a placard in front of it. There's been a lot of damage that has happened to this house over the course of about 5 to 6 months, but also many improvements. Locks on every door, keys with every door. You can't get into a room without someone being within probably 30 feet of you. People moving about the establishment every hour of every night. No one here is ever alone, so to speak. The third floor mostly is somewhat quiet, but it's the garrets, it's the top rooms that are gauche, very, very ghost quiet, no sound. Most of it's been used for for storage purposes. The old turret in the tower where Lift's body was originally found been cleaned up by Upton, and a small little shrine of for Lift candles and a vigil, and flowers that were left there for where Lift's body was originally found. As for Misty's room, Misty, you notice that there are some things that are in your room that you didn't put there.
Interesting. Like what?
So the first thing you notice are 3 large boxes. 3 large wooden crates. And do you open them up?
Yeah, why not?
You notice that it's boxes full of sheets.
Oh, so just use my room as like a storage room now.
Yeah.
How'd they get in?
Do you look at the lock?
It had a big wooden bar across the front back of the door.
Yeah. So like you look at all that when you go into your room, and you notice that there's no wooden bar anymore. it's like it has been completely removed out of the room. And the lock on the door, there is none.
Mm-hmm.
Been completely removed.
Looks like I'm gonna have to get that bar back up at some point.
And Giacomo's door to his room is completely opened. And Giacomo, your room has been beautifully furnished however you would like.
Awesome. So I'll think about that in between games. I mean, I would probably just have like a garish bed.
Misty, you would notice that you do have some nice things, like even though that your room is basically being used as storage.
Yeah, that's fine.
You notice that your bed had been replaced. It was just a bunch of shredded sheets and fabric. Like you actually have an actual bed in there now. It's like he went out and he was just like, you know what? She's just gonna use the space. We're just gonna make it nice for her. You just put a couple of nice things. But Giacomo, it's your. I'm sorry, I spoke over you. So
no, you're fine. I was gonna say, I would probably just have a really ridiculous, obnoxious, garish-looking bed. Tons of pillows and cushions, and a beanbag type chair. It would almost look like a harem room.
You got
a hookah lounge
in the middle of a bunch of pillows.
Yeah. My costume trunk, I'd have a vanity with a makeup mirror for practicing my costumes and my stuff.
And there's a mock mini stage in a corner.
Yes. I guess before we close out game, or everybody, if we're kind of wrapping up with each person's stuff in the manor, Giacomo would go up to his room. You said the door was open.
Mm-hmm.
So I would peek around the corner real quick and then look back behind my shoulder to see if Misty is in her room with the door closed across the hall, or if her door's open.
Misty, what would it be?
My door would be shut, and you might hear some beating and bang, and me moving the crates over towards the door.
So with knowing that her door was closed and not seeing anyone out in the hallway up the stairs to the 3rd and final floor, Giacomo would go over to his door and pull it closed quietly.
It's actually 4th floor.
4th floor.
On the 4th floor.
Giacomo would go over to his door and pull it closed quietly, and I would turn my back to the door, walk over to my bed, and immediately lift the mattress where my pillow is at.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to take a look underneath and start digging my arm underneath the mattress.
You find what it is you're looking for. This leather satchel.
So I pull forward this leather pouch and open the pouch, And in addition to its regular content, are there any notes or communications?
No. You don't see anything in it. There is one thing that you constantly are receiving, and it is this tiny little black pouch with what appears to be 10 gold coins.
Yeah, so it's another one of those. I just didn't know if there was like a message in any of them.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So I would take that and clutch it to my chest and say,
Oh, well, it so seems like Dad is feeling generous again.
As you're looking through the satchel, you hear in your head, "Oh, so you've come to see me again? It's good to see you again, Giacomo. To really feel you, Giacomo.
What? Wait a minute.
Why have you been away from me for so long?
Is that...
It's
Galore,
you.
is that you, damn it?
Oh, most certainly.
Why didn't you get rid of that damn stone?
so did I leave Galore like in the bottom of my foot trunk with my costumes or something?
Yeah. It's
All
like
right.
in a bag. It's in a leather satchel that you kept all of your Brigandareth
So
gear and supplies.
I go over to my Foot Locker and start digging through all these like obnoxious looking theater costumes, like these puffy shirts and like, frilly costumes and crazy stuff that like a magician would have. And I like throw it all onto the floor until I find the leather pouch in the bottom of the crate. And I open the pouch and hold Galore in my hand and say,
Look, I'm not gonna let you mess with me like you used to. I'm big business now. I don't know if you know this or not, Galore, but I'm an esteemed member of Brigandareth, and we rule the Underdark. Last I checked, you're trapped in a stone, and you came from the Underdark. So now, I rule you.
Oh my, the great, powerful Giacomo. What will befall me? Oh, that's right. The same fate I've had for the last 40 years. Trapped in this thing. The great, mighty, powerful ruler Giacomo. Oh, how powerful he is.
Well, I could certainly throw you to the bottom of the Waterdeep harbor.
Ah, most certainly. But I assure you, Giacomo, I'll be back. Don't you worry about me. Little old me.
I take the statue of Galore and
There's
set
no
it.
statue.
Or, I mean,
There's,
the stone. I take the stone of Galore and set it on my nightstand and lay down in bed and push all the pillows under my head with a grumpy like attitude and just stare at the stone of Galore as like the night fades on.
Okay. So
Yeah,
we'll go
I mean-
ahead and wrap up here. Is there anything that anybody else would like to do before they go to sleep?
Do you have anything real quick for Wesley?
All right, I gotta go. So
Good night, Les. Good night,
I'll
Les.
see y'all.
Good seeing
Honestly, while you were away, you would have been told that no one came by for any healing, and had they would have just been ushered to go see another professional. So all is well for right now in the City of Splendors. So we're gonna go ahead and call it wraps. Call it a night. And the party has a couple of things that they've got to decide. One, who gets the basement? Two, what's the party going to be called? And 3, what's your next plan of action now that you've gone down there, now that you have multiple directions to go? That massive room with a large skeletal coiled up serpent, or through one of those hidden trapdoors, those secret tunnel doors. So stay tuned next time and find out what our party decides to do. Hey, we even might get a couple more players. Our paladin, up to no goodie, and Olan Reese, our formidable sorcerer, should be returning in about a month. Our sorcerer will be. Hopefully next week, our paladin will be not sick anymore. No COVID. Go away. But anyway, have a good night, everybody.
Good night, folks. Good night, Sonata. Good night, Limey. Good night, CBH Gamer. Thanks for tuning in, friends.
Yeah, thank you for Limey for tuning in after being away for so long. So good night, everybody.